Yo. Back up in here, man. What's up, man?
What it do?
Oh, I thought you was froze for a second. Like I think it was just stuck in one position post.
Oh, watch your mouth.
Wow. Yo, I was saying Keem the only nigga to have a work at home job and still be late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wow. I could see that happening.
I could definitely see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but what's goody? It was goody, man. How your day was?
Man, long as hell, man. Today was sheesh. I'm tired. I was like a road warrior. You know what I mean? That's why I low-key hate living in Jersey. Then all my family and friends live in Brooklyn, man. Sucks.
Yeah, that do kind of suck. I ain't gonna hold you. You sound like you was on your daddy daycare shit. Like,
yeah, man. Got some family over. Got my million kids. So, you know what I'm saying? Out here looking crazy. So don't mind me if y'all hear me yelling, man. Hopefully nobody record this shit and send it to ACS. Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do some screaming in a few.
You gotta put them on the live, like, you know what I'm saying?
Word, feed this kid for 10 cents.
Send the super chat, man. What's Ace, man? How your day was?
Man, disappointed.
Disappointed?
Yeah, man.
Your veneers ain't coming in time?
They always on point. Come on, man, stop it, man. But
figure it out.
I ordered my TV, so the TV finally came, and I had to wait for my brother to come home and help me put it up on the wall. So when we finally take the shit out the box, the shit got a crack on the screen, bro. I gotta send the shit back, bro. So now I just got this big ass TV sitting on my living room. But they coming to exchange the shit on Saturday. But it was disappointing. I thought I was finally getting my shit together now, man.
Sound like you was trying to hang that shit up and then that shit fell, nigga. What are you talking about?
Nah, that shit. I don't know. That shit look like somebody did that shit on purpose.
Like, what TV brand you got?
Samsung. No, I mean, you know I'm a Samsung guy. You know.
Oh, I got a broken one. So when they fix you the brand new one, I'm gonna bring my broke one and put it back in the box. We're gonna return that one too. I did. That's got a broke one in the crib.
First of all, how does it gonna work? They gonna have two TVs, nigga? Like,
what do you mean? He gonna have one on his wall? I said when he get the new one. Yeah, I don't know how to scheme. I don't give a fuck if that shit don't got the right SKU number or not. The customer's right. Let me yell on the phone. I get that shit. A new TV.
Listen,
hey, I'm trying to figure out what he trying to do.
Yeah, I don't know, but listen.
You talk after the thing.
If Drew said he could finesse it, he could finesse it.
So. Yeah, you're right. This is King Finesse.
This the nigga that get everything for free for some reason. Like he do live up to the name. I'm just telling y'all that, man. Like, you know what I mean, it's not Black History Month, so y'all lucky, man. Like I should have kept tally. I think I asked about like 10 questions, and y'all probably got one of the questions right.
Come on, boy. I got them. The first day I was on fire.
The first day you got one. Yeah, that was, and then every day since you ain't been on fire. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shut your ass up. Yo, Joseph Holly, I see you with that green. I mean, what up?
Yo, ask no questions though. It don't gotta be Black History Month to celebrate Black people.
Now I did have some basic trivia. But I can't remember it right now. I'll be honest with you. Like,
what? And I'm gonna ask you some normal black shit. You get what I'm saying? Like,
ask me some black movie shit. Like,
exactly. And we gonna put
all y'all niggas know is black movie, man. Like,
we gonna ask the people in the comments: do Eli get to keep his black card? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when that's gonna start?
I'm gonna prepare for next week. Stay tuned, y'all. I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be very entertaining.
I'm gonna have some questions too, man.
Yeah,
first of all, how y'all double? I ain't gonna say that. First of all, how y'all? let me figure out how much we
know. But you know that shit is valid.
You was asking both of us questions.
So I asked y'all one question for both y'all to answer. How y'all both having different questions, like, and then only one person got to answer. Like, come on.
You're right.
And I'm pretty sure. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have like 5 questions, and I'm gonna have both. But I'm gonna ask Eli all first because I know he gonna get it wrong.
Nah, because Ace gonna be there googling it, looking at the chat, nigga. Like,
Ace is black. Ace is black.
Thank you.
What's the name of this live stream? What's the name of this episode? Corny niggas? Oh yeah, find out. We're gonna find out.
Y'all gonna be surprised. And first of all, then when I do get the answers right, I swear I Googled this shit or I fucking don't.
You gonna have to, yo, when you answering the questions, we're gonna need to see both your hands like this, nigga. Like
that's crazy. That's crazy. right.
You know you can't Google, man.
King Google. I just be knowing, bro. Just give me my credit.
And yo, go to Eli. He got a laptop. His TV's a computer. He got phones in his pocket. So he's some Mr. Electronic dude. So just know he gotta have his hands like this.
Yo,
We got a super chat early, you know what I mean? From my boy Eugene Perkins was good. So keep doing that thing. We're watching from the shop. Shout out to the shop, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I want to come to the shop, and I want to be a part of the show shop, man. Shop.
You ain't even finished the last season.
I did not. I got like 2 episodes.
Actually, I've been watching Shop, but I slacked on it. Then Jew re-put me back on. I finished this shit before he did, and nigga still ain't even finished the last episode. So like,
yeah, I've been home for a little bit. You know, I only like watching TV when I'm at work.
You're not even an actor. How you gonna be in the shop? Like,
come on, bro. First of all, Eli can confirm I've been in a few films and theater. You know what I'm saying?
A few films.
Yeah, nigga, homemade films don't count.
No, it's not homemade.
I know that one little theater show. You had one line, nigga. You had the bow tie.
I had more than one line. Very important.
Nigga had the fro with the bow tie. Like Bruno Mars.
Yo, first of all, see, I can't deal with y'all. Y'all treat me like Michael B. Jordan, and I'm gonna treat y'all like that when I get to the runway and y'all will pass. You're gonna say, yo, one little line. I'm gonna have that same energy for y'all, so it's all good.
Yo,
one little line. Remember that?
We got a little super chat for Jay Gill. He said, "Why you so corny? Why Eli signed the boss B? LOL."
Corny niggas winning, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Shout out to the corny niggas, man. We gonna get into that. You know what I mean? So
we got Michael in the building. As
what up, Mike?
What's good, Mike? So like I said, man, if y'all just joining in, make sure you hit that like button. That shit free. I ain't gonna hold you. It's the easiest thing y'all can do to support us. Share this on social media. If y'all want to support us in any way, y'all can send super chat. Y'all can cash app us. Dailyrapupcrew. You know, anything definitely helps out the channel. Helps us out a ton, man. We pushing out a lot of content for y'all. Tomorrow we got a new episode that y'all gotta make sure y'all tune in for that episode, because we had a lot of episodes, but I don't think we all collectively been as frustrated on one episode as that episode we got tomorrow, man. So
yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, she was more annoying than the Why Eli chick. I am telling y'all.
It was definitely up there. I don't even think the Why Eli shorty Shay, I don't even think she was
she wasn't even annoying. She wasn't annoying. She just caught us off guard. But this one, boy.
Definitely.
I had to call my mom for manners. I ain't gonna hold you because I was about to get out of character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we almost had a daily wrap-up crew kick off. Like, you know what I'm saying? You almost kicked a person off the show, man. I was surprised. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, make sure y'all tune in for that episode. We're gonna be in the live chats. Definitely talking to everybody, getting everybody's reactions. But like I said, without further ado, we're gonna get straight into these topics. We got a ton of topics that we're gonna get to. Obviously, we gotta talk about the Michael B. Jordan situation. We got some other topics that we're gonna get to. So I'm gonna introduce the guests, and we're gonna get into. Hopefully, you know what I mean. This ain't like what was it last week that we had that live stream and everybody was we apologize for last episode, bro. Like, cause that shit was kind of crazy. You
before you do, we got another super chat from my brother.
Big Neej in the building. Shout out to Neej. He said, "What oxtails, Eli?" you asking the wrong person.
I had oxtails. Yo, shout out to Neej. We met up with Neej the other day. You know, we went to go visit. He was in the city. Mm-hmm. I mean, yo, shout out to Neej, man. Like, I try oxtails.
Neeji's a real one, man. Shout out to Neej.
Neej, he don't like oxtail. He like women tails. So I'm gonna just leave it at there.
Yo, first of all, I thought she was gonna say something super crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
Oh nah. I wasn't gonna. I was
about to be like, nah, that's violation.
Nah, that's violation. I would never say that.
Yo, anyway, man.
I already know what you was about to say. Shout out to Neej though.
Yeah, shout out to Neej. So I'm gonna bring the guests in one by one. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and then we're gonna get straight into the topics, man. Let me see who we got up in here.
You gonna put me first?
You know what? You right. I had to put you first. My fault.
You are alumni. You know what I'm saying?
That is a fact.
That was so nice.
Shane in the building. What's good?
TikTok's most hated.
we gonna get into that too. Like, you know what I mean? So
Stepdaddy season is done.
Over. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, you want all the smoke though.
I can fight. I'm not pressed.
All right, let me see who else we got up in here. Like, Yo, on mute.
Nah.
There we
Okay.
go. There we go. How you doing? You want to let people know where your social media?
Oh, am I supposed to introduce myself?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, I'm Meek. I'm from the Pick Meek podcast. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Pick_Meek on Instagram. Pick Meek on YouTube. Pick Meek on all streaming platforms.
Do they call you a pick-me?
Yes.
Oh, what?
That means you're a great woman.
I have to talk about the
I got called a misogynist last week, so
That's crazy.
Yo.
That's crazy, man. We might have to get into that one too. Let me see who else.
Is pick me like the equivalent to like the male corny? For like, is that
yes,
like,
because I call myself a loser. Like that's how I call myself. So
Now the pick me is like the equivalent of like a simp, though. That's what they
simp?
Yeah, it's like female simp.
Okay.
Not Corny per se.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hi, nice to meet y'all. I'm Amber. I'm the creator of the platform Dear Great Black Man on TikTok. I'm a certified life coach, and so I also get called Corny and Pick Me for creating content for Black men. So definitely happy to be invited on tonight's show, and I'm definitely happy to contribute. So
First of all, I want to say I do appreciate your content. You know what I mean? I came across it on TikTok, and it was definitely refreshing because me as a Black man, I don't really see those type of affirmations towards Black men. I think it's you and another woman that I seen on TikTok that are active about that, and I really appreciate you and your content. So I just wanted to say that.
Big facts.
thank you.
And last but not least, oh no, we got two more. My fault.
Hey y'all, I'm Christina. How you doing? I don't have a podcast, nothing like that.
You got on social media?
Huh?
You got on social media?
I do. It's ZHE_IZ. So she is with Z's.
Okay.
That's about it. I don't really do much on there.
All right, and then last but not least, we got India.
Ooh, crunchy. Crunchy. India __ Michelle on TikTok and Instagram. And yes, I do get backlash. I've been called pick me. I hate Black women. Yada yada yada. Fuck them bitches. Oh, I can't.
Listen. We might as well. I really want to dive into that real quick, right? Because this whole idea of a pick me, and what do you think that really comes from? Like, because a lot of women will say it's basically like you blatantly pandering to the opposite sex. Is that what y'all get from that, or why do you think y'all get called pick me's?
I think it comes from my fault. I think it comes from like jealousy. Normally when I do see Black women that call other Black women pick-me's, you go on their profile and they look like I'm mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just from my experience. I can't speak for the other ladies. And I just feel like they want to have us be on this toxic girl code where, oh, no, you're supposed to be with us. Like, you're supposed to like, be with the whole F Black men, and I want a zaddy, a white zaddy, or stuff like that. So if you're not with that, then you automatically are a pick me.
Yeah, I noticed that anytime you hold Black women accountable, that's when you get called a pick me or who hurt you.
Yeah,
They love them two lines. They love them two lines. Who hurt you?
I honestly thought it was because you guys hold women accountable for some of the shit that they do.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly why.
Yeah, so like sometimes you guys, I know y'all got like this girl code. Y'all still got to hold it down. Y'all hold it down for your friends. Regardless, y'all gonna hold it down for your homegirls. I know that part, right? You know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily.
I'm gonna even hit it with the majority.
Yeah.
I know you don't. I
don't care.
I know you personally. So
Yo.
I know you will call somebody out. But I would say it's a good group of them that would see their girl do something trifling and still be like, oh, I ain't telling on her. So if once you are the one that holds them accountable to a certain degree, they like, oh, nah, shit, pick me. I mean, that's what I get from
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the consensus that I got, because it could be something so simple. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like Amber, like, her giving these affirmations to black men and saying, like, you are worthy, and all of these, uplifting type of, attributes. It become a pick me. It's like, damn, we can't even get any type of uplifting from our own women without people looking at you as a pick me. And I'm like, and I find that actually frustrating, because, you know what I mean? We shouldn't be able to call each other names, men or women, because we, hold people accountable, or we support, one another. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, that to me, I find a little bit frustrating. And listen, man, keep doing what y'all doing, because it's much appreciated. Clearly, men can't hold women accountable. I'd be wondering who can hold women accountable. Like, men can't do it.
We can't either.
I don't know who would hold the women accountable. Like,
I mean, but men get it too. Like, if men kind of big women up, y'all get called simps, or y'all pander to women who you're trying to sleep with in the live or stuff like that. So it goes both ways.
Well, when them dudes out here talking about, yo, don't fuck with him. Don't answer your phone if he ain't sending nothing to your cash app. Those niggas, all right?
Yeah, y'all got to get those.
I think what men,
the passport bros, they be doing the most.
Oh yeah, passport bros be wilding out here. I ain't gonna hold you. Some of them
be definitely wild. I think with men it's a bit more obvious. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes when I think of, obviously the Derek Jacksons and the what's that dude, that pastor Poppy Don, and whatever his name is, and you blatantly just saying what women want to hear. You get what I'm saying? So if you go on live and say, yo, if he ain't sending you $1,000 every day, he not a real man, or he don't love you, and then you got the women in the comments like, yeah, you right, that's what a real. I was like, bro, he's clearly pandering.
Justin LeBoy, he got all the quotes for women.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like when you hear someone say something and it sounds too good, like you don't disagree with nothing, that's who you should stay away from, men and women.
Right.
Well, the pick me thing, you guys be saying shit that's legit right. So I mean, I don't get that part.
Yeah. And
Derek Jackson was the obvious one though. Derek Jackson was blatantly obvious. I used to watch him like, this nigga.
No, for real.
This nigga.
But
I didn't even know he was married.
Nobody.
I think a lot of people knew he was married.
He was hiding the wife. He was hiding his wife from the world. He wasn't hiding the world from his wife. Type ass.
Damn,
but that's what I go to about, even Derek Jackson, right? Obviously when he came out with the whole situation with his wife and he was cheating on her, the black women were outraged. But if you still go to his YouTube page, and he's still posting the same type of material, and the black women is still there supporting him. Yes. So it's like, was it fake outrage? Is it, some black women even find him more attractive that he's single now. Like, it's like, all right, forget the fact that he cheated on his wife. You still want to support the man, and lusting over him is it's outrageous to me.
Some women. So I feel like some women believe that it's like, oh, he did it to her, he wouldn't do it to me though. But that's not true. Honestly speaking, sometimes, that could be it. He wasn't really faithful to her. Maybe he feels differently about you. For the most part, people are.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't let them violate, they're gonna violate.
It's just that whole Disney fantasy that that knight shining armor type of thing. Like, he's saying the right stuff. I just wish that would happen to me, and it never happens. Like, never. Nobody's that damn perfect.
Situations like that, it's like once you get it, it's like wanting something so badly. You get it in your mind, you love it, it's there, it makes sense to you, and then it falls apart. And it's like, nah. It's there. That's really what I wanted. No, you got to see what's in front of you. He ain't shit.
As educated as women, I mean, y'all got y'all degrees and all. I know y'all ain't falling for that shit.
Here you go with that. Here you go.
Book smart.
I want to comment because I think women know. Like, can I comment? I think women know genuinely. I think women have. It's very similar to like a superhero complex. The ability to control the situation. If you get a man that's not all the way together, he's just telling you what you want to hear. Especially with Derek Jackson, he's just telling them what they want to hear. If he's just confirming, like, oh, if you hold out, it'll come to you. But reality is showing them, like, there's no man that's doing that. No man nowhere. Women, and it's like, why are we listening to him? But it's like, he's telling me, so I gotta hold out. So I think it's just like, no, they know. They just want to be goofy.
Yeah.
Women we run on emotion. When it's all, get you all butterflies and everything, you want to keep that. You don't want that to go away. So you kind of hold on to that part and put the blinders on to everything else.
Right.
Until you can't anymore. But unfortunately, that's how we operate.
Yeah, I knew it was an issue when that nigga was talking to himself in third person. I'm like, man, what the fuck is that? Like,
always in the car. It's like, nigga, you don't got a house.
Oh yeah, he wasn't. He
was outside his side chick's house in the car.
See that was a giveaway. He's always in the car.
Always in the car.
They had so many memes talking about nobody's ever saw his legs because he was always in the car. I was
damn.
They're like, we don't even know if he has legs.
I think I spoke about this on a previous podcast where it's very profitable to pander to women's emotions, and we're starting to see more and more of that. I think recently, or we're starting to witness it. Like it's more visible. Like you get what I'm saying. So when you see people or companies or just anybody just blatantly pandering to just women in general without any real logic behind it, then it's like, all right, because they know they're going to get the support that's going to be there. And when you take into the fact of consideration, like women are the biggest consumers, in America. So of course, if you're going to pander to any demographic, it's obviously the one that's going to spend the money. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I think that could be very detrimental, obviously, because, we don't necessarily be truthful 100% of the times, or we're just blatantly lying just to get profit out of said people. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't believe women are these horrible creatures or whatever the case is, and I don't think calling women out makes you like misogynistic or sexist or whatever the case is. You just call it how you see it. You know what I mean? And we do the same thing for men on our platform as well. It's just the problem is when we hold men accountable, people expect us to hold men accountable. So it's swept under the rug. But the minute you say something remotely towards women, then it becomes, I don't heard people say, I hate my mama, I hate women, I hate all this other great stuff. And I'll be on the phone with my mom, we be laughing like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, yo, it's crazy. It's madness out here, man.
People say that when they don't have a legitimate rebuttal, the pick me or the who hurt you. When you don't have no legitimate rebuttal, they just find something to say because they don't have nothing to say.
I know they can't put you in a box. People can't put you in a box when they can't put a title on you. They can't make sense of it. It's ugly. It has to be ugly because you don't make sense to me.
I notice when I try not to clap back, but sometimes like I guess it's the Leo in me. I be like
a roast today. One roast
It's not the Leo in you. I am not a Leo, and I go off too.
I don't beef online, but I will get a motherfucker together or I'll block them.
Yeah, but very much so.
Like the whole just the same thing over and over. Every time you give them a clap back to whatever they pick me or who hurt you, they never respond because they know it's the truth. They was really mad about my stripper video.
I love to let a person write their whole paragraph and then make it so they can't tag me.
They mention me on TikTok.
You're never gonna see it.
Yeah, that do be the worst. Like when you trying to reply back and then you write the whole shit and then you send it and then like, oh, this user can't accept any ads. It's like, damn, I don't wrote this. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no, you don't have to accept that. All you have to do is hit edit, put a space in between the at symbol in the name, and send it. Because I stay cussing people out. Absolutely not.
What? I don't get I don't even know you did that. You can have that.
Well, those people be finding my comments and responding to me. So,
yep.
Because I have my mentions on. You can talk to me.
Yeah, I ain't ducking those.
Keem, we got any super chat before we get to this next topic real quick?
Yeah, we got a couple. One from Joseph. He said they not lying. The episode fire. Yo, become a member. Get that joint early. Talking about that episode tomorrow, man.
Yo, make sure I didn't even get to talk about. Yo, make sure you hit that membership button, man. We got exclusive episodes. I might drop 2 episodes next week. I never know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you hit that membership, man. We got a lot of exclusive perks over there. And like I said, he got to watch the episode a whole week early. Like, so he already know what we talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah.
We got friends for us now. We got one from Big Bro Niji. He said to the ladies, to your knowledge, what caused this separation or hatred between black males and black females?
Oh, we gonna get to that media.
More than one.
In social
A
media.
lot of entitlement.
Entitlement.
A lot of entitlement.
All right, let's just go one, because that's a deep question. So I'm just go one by one, and if y'all could just say one word or one answer, I guess, to just kind of summarize it, and then maybe at the end we could probably touch back on it. So, Alex, what you said?
I would use the word delusional.
Delusion.
A lot of hoes.
Between who though? It's black men and women.
Both.
Yeah, but black women tend to be a lot more delusional.
Pick
I'll
me.
agree.
Okay. What about?
Okay. I'm like a conspiracy theorist, so I'm not gonna do that because it's YouTube. But I will say it started off with the man, and then the black woman perpetuated it. So, for instance, like it started with like my mother's generation. Like she dead ass keeps telling me now I don't need a man. I'm like, girl, you crazy. you are smoking the biggest dick if you think I'm not about to get a man. Like, girl, wow. And she's like, what you need a man for? I'm like, what do you mean? what do I don't need a man for?
A lot.
So that whole thing, like that whole generation, our mamas, and all we did was keep it going. Because like they taught us that it starts with the mothers. The mothers are the teachers. She taught me I ain't need no man. So I taught my daughter that. And it's just a cycle.
Yeah.
What you got?
I definitely think that it's so many answers, and that's why everyone's perspective is going to be valuable, because all of us are adding answers like this. My personal, from what I've experienced, it's our own unhealed pain. It's our own individual brokenness, and so we're now being taught to pin it against each other. But if we just separate, if we just say, not black women, not black men, black people, period, like all people, but more specifically black people, because that's the priority here. It's like, if all people are broken and got their own stuff and aren't fixing their stuff, there's going to be this discord. And I feel like black women, we've had a majority of our pain come from black men, that it's easier to commiserate with each other about what black men aren't doing. Black men have had a majority of their pain from black women, so it's easier as black men to get together and name reasons why black women aren't this, and that. And so when we're talking to each other in our pain, that's just going to create that divide. So if we all healed, if we all worked on our own selves, we would be better people, and we would close that gap, because it's not really us versus them. It's like ourselves versus ourselves. Like, that's my long-winded answer.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can piggyback off all of those. It makes sense. They all connect. You know what I mean? It's like you said, it was passed down. Yeah, your mother went through something. Your grandmother went through something, and now she hate all black men. And she taught your mother, you don't need nobody. You just hate black men. That bitterness passed down. And it's like, you don't need men, especially black men. You know what I mean? It goes from one hate to the next. It just passed down. And at some point, somebody has to say, this can't be the answer. You know what I mean? There has to be another way. And I agree with. I think social media kills everything. Because, right? It's okay. I hate black men, so I'm gonna get on social media and tell everybody else why they should hate black men, or you know what I mean? It's like, oh well, black women don't love black men, so y'all should go and get the Kim Kardashians of the world. So now everybody in the world is like, oh well, he's happy with that one, so I'm gonna go try that too. And it's like, it's just a domino effect. And if everybody could just back up a little bit, take time to look at yourself, you can kind of figure out where your anger is coming from, and we can't be at each other all the time.
Right. That's a fact. India.
Well, y'all getting cussed out because they talking about that girl Pearl. But anywho, what I would say is what I said earlier. It is social media. Even Pick Meek, she is right when it comes to our parents' generation. Hell, even back to slavery, but to what I'm saying, social media, when you don't go outside and all you do is get on Instagram, get on TikTok, and your algorithm is just, oh, well, these black men are this, and you don't need these black women, you need to get your passport, and F these black, all they want is Pookies and Ray Rays and saying the same shit over and over and over again. It's like, well, actually, yeah, F these black women. I might want to go ahead and get my passport. I might want to get a white girl. And there's nothing wrong with interracial dating But I have a problem with interracial dating when you're tearing down your own just to big up someone else. Like black women or black men, this goes for both. They supposed to be up here in this high standard, but you'll get the most basic ass white girl or white guy. Like that'd be crazy to me.
Okay, all right. Those are no. I'm sitting back and I'm really listening to the answers, and I think y'all said some great answers. I think it's just the same thing, man. I'm be honest with you. It's just like India said, social media just amplifies so much of the negative. You know, we don't see any of the positive relationships or positive marriages within our community. It's just necessary. It's just all bad things. You get what I'm saying? Whether you got the divestors on one side and then you got the passport bros, it's just a lot of, you know, dysfunction. And you know, Amber, I think you said you was a life coach, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you know, I think people just need to seek, you know, find more therapy. You know, I think that's something that's very important in our community to resolve those unhealed traumas and stuff like that. And you know, maybe I don't like Ace said, I don't think it's gonna happen in our lifetime, but hopefully we can plant the seeds, you know, with
jeez.
You know, and then hopefully best for the future, I guess. You know what I mean?
I got a question.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, that question was posed to us by somebody in the chat, but to y'all three, I saw that, you know, I did a little bit of research on your platform and saw that I guess y'all started this podcast to bring the Black family back together. Or is that something that sounds about right? Or what was the intention behind it?
I don't think we started it to bring the Black family together, but after having all these conversations, we realized how important the Black family is and how, you know, beneficial it is to, you know, talk about marriage more and things of that nature. So,
okay.
But like I said, it's not like our designated goal. That is a goal of ours, but we still want to have the regular everyday conversations that normal people have. Like, I think that's why people relate to us, is because we have conversations that, you know, the average person can relate to. It's not like we talking to celebrities or Instagram models or people that's out like unattainable. We talk to regular people that look like you and me, like that you can see on the street next to you. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, you know.
And the narrative and the perspective of a Black man as well. Like, you know, we keep hearing this stuff, and no matter how much, like, if you really listen to our show, like when we talking to women, they be thinking that we be trying to like play them, but we be trying to put them on game. Like, really, we be telling them shit that I tell them about every trait that a man could have, and they be like, oh well, if he got a bag, and I'm like, yo, you gotta want more than that. You get what I'm saying? So if you really listen to the show, you'll really acknowledge how much we be telling you, how much. What's the difference between a man that values you and from a man that ain't shit and you wasting your time with?
Every time I like go on my Instagram or TikTok and I see y'all post like a clip from the show, and I be like, why do y'all have them bitches on there? Like,
oh my God, me too.
Those women on the show tonight. I was like,
you know what's funny? The women that DM us, that's what they be saying. Yo, why y'all have these girls on the show? Y'all need to have me.
I promise you not. That is most of every conversation that we have with our guests. Y'all need women like us on the show. All right.
And out of 100 episodes, I think Elle is the only one that they really like out of 100, almost 100.
Like, ever since I've been following y'all, I can really count on one hand without using all my fingers. Like, where I'd be like, okay, I can. Like what she said. Like I'd be like,
not even using all things that we were responding to. I know I said this a lot about the parent that passed it down emotionally, but it's also about what the child sees. You know what I mean? What's between the parents and what goes on. A lot of people stay in a relationship for the kids, but if it's not healthy, that builds something else up inside of them. And that, you know what I mean? And that type of feeling when you're growing up, you can't really explain it as you get older. You just know you see something and it made you feel some way. You know what I mean? And that changes you as a person. So it's also what kids see. Well,
they know when their parents don't love each other. When you have your parents, y'all all live in the same house. Your parents don't hug. They don't kiss. They barely talk. Right. There's no affection. You know what I'm saying? You can tell
not affectionate towards people.
You can tell when people are just together for the kids. Yeah. And I don't know how people do it, but oftentimes it doesn't work out because once those kids are grown and they leave, either the parents split up or they just stay with each other because it's convenient, they can split the bills, or they've been together so long, even though they're unhappy, they're comfortable. That's a lot of people's relationships. They're not happy, but it's like, well, I already been here 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You wasted 4 years. Why you want to waste 5? Leave.
They say New York City rent is keeping a lot of relationships strong.
Oh my God. Just New York, I promise you. Not I had a friend who knew her father went to visit another woman like every Tuesday. Like the kids just knew. And I was just like, what?
He's my side chick. Y'all
ain't gonna knock on her door yet? Like, what the heck? Nah.
Yo, Joseph said we need to be the generation of holding each other accountable. Me and my wife doing it, and it's working 15 years strong.
Nice. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to that. See, that's what I'm talking about marriages, man. We need more.
It's like nowadays, 15 years is the equivalent of 50.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna hold you.
The black intellectual said black men are tearing black women down. We know what we're seeing, and the men that y'all are choosing to make kids with, and the men you tried to throw those kids on, just being real. To be honest,
it's true.
Listen, man.
Them black men getting too many chances.
Since we already here, that's the last super chat, King?
Yeah, it's the last one.
Yo, since we already here, man, I was gonna say this for a little later, but since we was already kind of talking about, the family and the kids, Els, I gotta get into that clip of yours, man.
Go ahead.
They're taking the internet by storm, and
we're gonna get some greatness.
We're gonna get into it real quick. It's pretty lengthy, so just stay tuned.
You said that a man that takes care of another man's child is weak. That's what you said. Can you please explain why?
That's not your child. That's not your responsibility. Your intentions may be in the right place, but it's not. You're not going to benefit from it. It is very rare. I know y'all love to use Shaq as an example. Shaquille O'Neal, I think he wasn't raised with a biological father.
Oh yeah, right.
But how often does that happen?
LeBron.
That's very rare. And even so, children deserve both of their biological parents, which is why it's imperative for both men and women, but mainly women, because there's more women out here with children out of wedlock than men. Pick the right person the first time.
So now, what if that doesn't happen?
I don't know what to tell you. Focus
on yourself. No. Because you can't say. So you're saying that every man that takes care of another man's child is weak.
Yes.
It is impossible for every man to grow up. Well, right now, as we're talking, every man does not have a man in their life. Or every child and every boy and every girl does not have a man in their life. So who's supposed to take that role as the man in that life?
The biological father. If the biological father is not there,
then
maybe I could give leeway for if the father died. Maybe if the woman's a widow, maybe it's not nobody's fault that the man passed away. But that is rare. It's rare that a man is taking care of a child because the biological father is dead. You have a child. Kids are expensive. Why? I don't see the point of taking all of your hard-earned money and investing into somebody else's DNA. And then statistically, children who are raised by step-parents, they don't turn out any better than children who are raised by single parents. Blended families have a very high failure rate.
Where you get that statistic from, though?
But it's true though. But it's true. Children usually turn out better on average.
Yo, I didn't realize that video was that long. Huh?
That was the extended clip.
That was I didn't realize it was that long. That's crazy.
I was like, something. When does it cut off?
Yo, it was the whole episode.
That's what I'm saying. That's half of the live stream right there now. Listen, man, what was the feedback? Because I was reading the comments and they was coming at you on that one.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I said what I said and I'm stand up. I have yet. Nobody has been able. Jew, you seen when I was on Lapeef, not one person can give me a benefit to being a step parent. And this goes for stepmothers too. I don't have no kids. And I'm not taking care of nobody else's. Not one person has ever given me a benefit to being a step parent. It's always an emotional response. Oh, you get to see the joy in a child's face. That child ain't come out my pussy. Why would I care? Why would I care?
Yeah.
I flat out just like you got kids, right? Kids are expensive, correct? Would you all the money that you've invested in your children, would you want to dump that into another man's nut?
I would not.
Thank you.
I mean, Lord have mercy.
What is
nobody wants to dump anything into another man's nut. That's you.
I mean, a lot of the kids are that man's nut. They come from him busting a nut, right? That's how the kids get there. Why would I put hundreds of thousands of dollars into a child that's not mine and I don't benefit? The father could cheat on me, right? The father could cheat on me. The father, anything can happen. I don't get anything out of it. If you're looking for like, I guess like emotional satisfaction, or you want to be a humanitarian, cool. But I ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I agree. The step parent loses more than they would. I don't know what. I mean, if you're satisfied with just helping that child with a successful life, but besides that, I don't see any benefit. But they have a lot of stuff they could lose out of that situation.
I know a nigga right now taking care of a kid that's not his, and his girl is fucking her baby father. He's still hitting it.
Oh I can't compare that situation to everybody.
That's a lot of situations. I'm
about to say, like,
oh, but a lot of
well,
does anybody, ladies,
Can I comment? Can I comment as a single mom? As a single mom.
Are you divorced or you?
No, ma'am. Let me tell you the story, honey. Let me buckle up, please. And this is why I have my platform, because I talk about why casual sex sucks. So, my son was conceived when I was 17, my senior year of high school. I had sex with his father one time with a condom. The condom never broke at no point. I asked him to take a DNA test for my kid. He said no. My son met his dad last February at the age of 10 because he didn't think he could be the dad. DNA proved that he was. I don't get mad because I had sex with a condom that never broke. I just don't deserve a man because of something I did. I don't deserve a man because of a kid I made at 17.
Were you on birth control?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
no,
so
ma'am.
we know condoms. Birth control. The man's job is to wear a condom. As women, that's him preventing pregnancy. It's our job as women to wear condom to take birth control. And even if that fails, us as women, we make the decision as to whether that child is going to be born or not. I know
absolutely.
And the condom
100%. Allow me to finish because my life sucked and the Lord wanted my baby to be here. I found out 5 months, 3 weeks, 2 days. I had paid to get a legal abortion. It was $1,800. I came up with $1,000. I'm a mother. I didn't want to do adoption. Didn't have enough time to get to know a family.
Mm-hmm. But
and then
birth control was you didn't.
I've been on birth control ever since. This has never been pregnant again. But I was 17. Ma'am. I was 17. My mother didn't know I was sexually active.
But
no, ma'am. My mother would have to get it on her insurance because I was on my mother's insurance. She would have to go get me the birth control. So me could be like, I'm having sex.
Whenever we choose to have sex, we know that pregnancy is an option. So then we just could choose not to have sex.
Yes, ma'am.
I just
okay, but I had sex. I got a baby. But are you saying I don't get a man at the end of that, or do I have to be with a weak man, or he just got to be weak?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
She didn't say anything about you not deserving a man. It's more so
I don't know if you feel like.
No, I just want to get all of it.
All of what? What do you mean?
I'm sorry. No, I was talking now.
So that I understand you. When you say all of it, meaning.
Because you're saying weak, so I just want to make sure, like, to me, that's because a weak man, it means I don't deserve a man. Because why would I want a weak man?
Okay, like why how would that man benefit from dating you who has a child when he can go and start his own family?
I mean, I guess I can't give you any benefits. Like, I'm the benefit. It's not like, do I have to take care of the kid because I'm bringing me? Like, you're not marrying the kid. Essentially, like, yes, maybe you'll have to take care of him. Absolutely,
he's technically marrying the kid because
absolutely, but I'm not. I'm not going to be like, this is 100% your responsibility, sir. It's no expectation that I'm going to have over
the
him.
fact that it would be his responsibility anyway. What I'm saying is, wouldn't it be better for that man to go find a woman with no kids and start his own family?
Yes, ma'am.
Better according to who?
Yes,
though?
ma'am. Absolutely, because that's what I teach my son. That's what I teach my son. Don't you bring no woman with no babies in my house. 100%. I can't say, but I can't say that because I get a man, he got to be weak because he took a single mom.
Well, once again, that's my opinion. You're entitled to your opinion, but my opinion is for a man to choose to be a stepfather instead of just going and starting his own family and raising his own DNA. To me, you got to be weak. That's just my opinion.
I'll go with honorable. I wouldn't say weak.
But what is the honor resources into somebody else's DNA when you can allocate your time and resources into your own?
Can I answer?
People give charity all the time.
I just need to clarify this real quick, right? You said you had sex with a condom on, and the condom did not break.
The condom never broke.
He poked.
My son will be 12. No, he did not. That man, it was a hidden. Listen, when I say legitimate hidden quit, we never talked again until I asked for a DNA test.
I also want to know, did he put the tip in before? Like yo, he put the tip in a few times.
No. So I didn't have because I used to shit on the pregnant girls at school like y'all hoes is stupid. Y'all hoes, this is the stupidest shit you can do to your life. When I got pregnant, they came back and was like, you still think it's stupid? I was like, yes, this is stupid. This is a hindrance.
About the condom, y'all, real quick, if the condom is too small, it could be a problem. If you've ejaculated and you kept the same condom on and wanted to ejaculate again, it can slip out, in and out. You can push it in. There's ways to do it without it breaking. So
it's 5% of us out there. I know that.
Yeah, you ejaculate the first time. You want to remove and put a new one on. You do want to make sure you're wearing the right size. Could have been too big. Could have been too small. All of those things are factors when it comes to wearing a condom and it's not breaking.
Damn.
Was the shit off? Like, was it hanging off? Like,
no, this condom was on. Like, listen, y'all. This condom was on. This man dogged me, screenshotted our conversation, and put it on freaking Twitter to tarnish my character because he was confident that my kid couldn't be his. That condom was on with the semen in
it. Yo, Amber, what's your thoughts on this real quick? I want to hear your thoughts.
Got that super sperm.
I mean, I absolutely disagree with
You got kids, Amber?
I don't have any kids. And so, but I actually, my dad married a woman, and when he married that woman, I have a twin sister. We were already born. So I grew up with a stepmother. I have my mom, but I grew up having a stepmother. And my stepmother, I had an abortion when I was in college, and she was the person I called because I was closest to my stepmother, more so than my real mother, more so than my siblings, more so than friends. Like, I had that bond with my stepmother because I knew her since I was like 11 or 12. And so I'm grateful. I'm the product of a family that I was born with. I had a step parent around. So I feel like the impact a step parent can make is so valuable. You can't quantify it with an amount of money. It's just like an impact a person can have. And if that person so happens to be a step parent, it is what it is. But I would never call a man weak for raising another man's child. That's the strongest, most attractive, most like that energy right there.
Y'all three at the top. The three men at the top. Y'all agree?
That's my opinion.
What you?
Let me ask you a question. How did your stepmother benefit from investing her time in you? I don't know if she had children of her own.
I don't do stuff for my own benefit, and so therefore I'm not looking.
I'm asking you how
you would have to ask her how she benefited. Okay. Like, I can't answer for her either. And so, okay, go ahead.
No, I would say the only discrepancy I have with that is like your step parents. I mean, your stepmother and your father are still together.
They're not together.
Okay. So basically, my point is like when the step parents do play a part, and let's say your father says, "Now I don't want to be with her, and I'm leaving. We're going over here." That step parent has zero say so on any decision that would. You done built this bond. She done love you like you love her. But your father said, "Get your ass on. We out." Now all that love you built for that person just gone, and you got no say so. And I think that's why I kind of agree with elsewhere. I wouldn't want to put myself in that predicament where I can't control anything that's going on. You get what I'm saying? And not even in talking about the money. I'm just talking about the feelings and the
position, the vulnerable position of possibly being, being able to be a parent to this child one day, then having no say so or rights, and that right be taken away. That's one thing. But saying that if a man chooses to open up and be vulnerable and put himself in that position makes him weak, that's another thing. So I hear what you're saying, and I can understand that is your experience, and I respect it. But I can't call the men weak who choose to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that, like I said, I don't have kids, and I prefer not to date women with kids. But for some reason, when I vocalize that, again, I hate my mother, I hate women, and I get shamed for having that preference. And like I've done this, I've played stepdaddy in the past before with another woman, and it was a lot of responsibility to a kid that I couldn't discipline. Not saying I was an abusive person, but I couldn't enforce no discipline. I was investing, whether it was school trips and Christmas gifts, birthday parties and stuff like that. I don't have no bond with that, that little boy anymore. Like, you get what I'm saying? And, it was very tough because I always had to put, when you date somebody with kids, you have to make her and her kids a priority while she's able to make you a second. Like, you always going to be second. You have to put her first, but she is allowed to put you second because she has that child. You get what I'm saying? So for me, I couldn't do the things I wanted to. Like, I couldn't be spontaneous and take her out on dates or whatever the case is. Like, because there was that kid factor, there was that barrier there. So it was things that I couldn't do because I didn't have kids. I could do that she couldn't do because she did have kids. So I don't necessarily agree that a man is weak because I
ain't gonna hold you. What you described sound pretty weak. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, yeah, but but like I said, I had a stepfather, and he was very influential in my life to this day. Him and my mom are still married, and he taught me a lot, growing up as far as how to carry myself as a man. So I do respect him for that. But just me in general, as somebody that don't have kids, I prefer not to date women with that have kids. You know what I mean? So
all of these topics, everything that y'all are saying, it all makes sense in its own realm to me personally. Everybody's opinion and why you feel the way you feel makes sense in what you guys are saying, from L's all the way through for everybody that spoke. It makes sense. My thing is one at a time. So Eli, when you said that you couldn't do much with her because she had a kid, it sounds like you separated yourself when, if you are in a relationship and y'all are raising this kid, it shouldn't be a separation. You see what I'm saying? If she can't go out, you can't either because y'all are together. And if y'all are going to be together and raise the kid, it's y'all kid. But when you get into a relationship and in your mind, it's always like, oh, that's your kid. That's your life. You cause that barrier.
But that is her kid, and I have zero authority over that child. Like,
and that's another problem, because if y'all are going to be in a relationship, y'all going to raise a kid, and it's going to be, if you're going to constantly say it's her kid, then there's always going to be that barrier.
It is, because if I go to discipline the kid, she's going to say that's my kid.
That's where she was wrong, because if you're allowing a man to come into your home and you want this to be more than just what it is currently, you have to allow the full parental. You know what I mean? You have to allow that we talk together about what happens to the kid, and not just, oh, this is my kid, you got to talk to me first. That's just, that barrier makes it really hard. So I understand where you came from, and I understand why you felt the way you felt. She was wrong for that. Say it again.
What do you do if this father's still involved? So now you got to involve the father. That's another party you got to involve in those.
That's another issue that was a problem too. I had to, when he was trying to curse her out, I had to go and check the father. Now I'm fighting another man over, like, it's just headaches that I'm just not putting myself ever again in that situation. Like,
see, in those situations, I understand where y'all coming from, because personally, I've never been in that situation. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I do have 2 children, and I've been raising them by myself since the beginning. Simply, and it wasn't a one night stand. No offense, pick me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just some random dude. I was married. I got married. We had 2 kids. He turned out to not be what he said he was. So I had to step away. You feel what I'm saying? So in that situation, I don't have anybody coming in and telling me what I can and can't do. I'm just not that type of person anyway. Because if you're not going to do your part, you got to step all the way back.
But the issue I find with someone with kids is that, even we had on the show, The woman she had kids, but she didn't want to date another man that had kids. So now you expect men that don't have kids to marry only women with kids like that.
That's not fair.
It's not fair. But y'all don't want to date another man with kids, but y'all shaming a man that don't have kids for not dating y'all. Like, and
I think people like that. If you're gonna be the type of person to say, "Oh, I have kids, I don't want to date nobody," then you need to wait till your kids get older before you start doing that. Then wait till your kids are grown and you've done that parental thing to say, "Okay, now I'm open to dating somebody with just me and him dating." Everybody's life is different. Everybody's dynamic is different. Everybody accepting what they want to do with their life, it's different. And I think people don't individualize it. They just expect everybody to be what they want them to be. I guess my kids are 15 and 16 years old. Okay. And I've dated in the past and I've tried to allow that extra parent, but it's just in my mind, they just weren't ready. So that had, for whatever reason, we had to separate. And I don't separate for bullshit.
No man ever wants to hear the infamous words, "You're not my dad." Like, no man ever wants to hear that in life. Like,
but then that's the parent, because you gotta understand, you like she's like yeah. She had a stepmom. I'm sure her father had to step in and say, "Don't you ever say that." I had a stepdad growing up. One time I said, "Oh, you're not my dad." My mom almost tore me apart. Yes, he is. And don't ever say that again. That you have to work as a parent, you have to teach that. So if you allow your child to say things like that, then that's what they're gonna do. As a child, you have to be taught respect. You don't tell nobody that when they buying your food and cooking your meals and they taking you on trips and they're reprimanding you.
You have two kids. You have two kids, right? Mm-hmm. Are you open to having another kid?
I would be if it was the right person.
That's also another issue with some men, is that we date women with kids and they don't want to have any more kids. So now you can't even get your own lineage out of that woman because she's done with kids. She don't want no more kids.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's a conversation you have to have, because I have to say, when they were younger, I was like, "Oh no." You know what I'm saying? It was like, "Oh no." You have that fear. It's a fear that you have to get over. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a fear that I had to get over, because it's like, I tried it. I tried being strong. I tried being faithful, tried, having your back. And then you still was grimy and I had to step away. So now what am I supposed to do if I do that again? You feel what I'm saying? So it's something you have to, in yourself, say, "You know what? I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna make sure I find," as you get older, you pick guys differently. You look for certain things, you notice habits, you notice behaviors, and it tells you, okay, yeah, he's not it. Okay, this sounds like a good guy. Oh, we're gonna have a better conversation. We're gonna date a little longer than I did the last time. You just make better decisions. And it's life. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You can't just sit around and blame the whole world because it didn't work for you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm getting to y'all, if it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you sound like you held yourself accountable and trying to grow from it and make better decisions. And that's respectable. I ain't gonna hold you.
India, what's your thoughts on this? You sitting back. I know you peeping everybody. You hearing everybody like, yo.
When I first seen the clip with Els, I reposted it on my page and I was like, I was 50-50 with it. And the reason I was 50-50, to me, I feel like why a lot of people was kind of like, huh? Is because the delivery of it, they never heard it like that. But when you sit back and get the emotions out and kind of put it in your own perspective, to a degree, now, in my opinion, I wouldn't say a stepdad or a stepmom is weak. That's just me, but I can respect that's her opinion. Mm-hmm. But I made a video about 2 years ago, and it was titled "Why Black Men or Why Men Don't Want to Date Single Moms," and I got a lot of flack for it, and I put down the list of why they don't want to do it. Same reasons, the whole "you're not my dad" and the baby mama, baby daddy drama. You putting the kid first over the relationship. You're not putting time. It's like, it's so many cons than pros. I'm not saying this if you're a man out there or a woman and you get into that situation that something bad is going to happen to you, but let's be real, it's a small chance where you do have people like Eli who look up to their stepdad or their stepmom and be like, that person taught me to be the man who that my own dad couldn't do. Because I was raised by a single parent, but my dad was very active in my life. Yeah, they might not was together, but it wasn't like I didn't know who he was or stuff like that. So, and me and him still have a good relationship to this day. Both my parents came down to visit me since I moved to Houston. But yes, to be honest, again, like I said, was a little harsh how she put it, cool. That's just maybe where she from up north, you know, how y'all do that. But other than that, I can really respect that, because as a single Black woman, and I don't have kids, I don't want to deal with that baby mama drama. You texting my phone talking about some, yeah, so I've been seeing text messages that you've been messing with my baby. If I don't want to deal with that. It's easy to deal with, you know, we both don't have kids, so we can both build that family together. Now, I will say this to Christina. Now, that's a situation where it's like, cool, you were married or you was in a long-term relationship, because everybody don't want to get married, right? But you was in a long-term relationship, and it just, you respected yourself, or he respected himself, and said, all right, cool, but y'all still gonna raise that child together. Now, if a step parent do come into the situation and it works out, then that's fine and dandy. But this having kids willy-nilly, then you get on Instagram talking ish about your baby father, why he ain't doing this, and then do it again with another dude, then do it again, and it's like, I'm not going to keep feeling sorry for you. You keep making the same freaking decisions over and over and over again. At that point, you ain't learned your lesson. So that's a you problem that you can't find a man. That's a you problem that, you know, you don't have a good father figure for your kids. And I can't even say a mother figure, because a lot of men, they're not going to make that same mistake twice, barely once. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to really vet women. I think a lot women are starting to, you know, turn it around, but men have us, you know, out of the park when it comes to really vetting men. Now, yes, do a lot of men not really respect their own genitals and their semen by just ejaculating in women that they don't really see a future with? Hell yeah. So I'm not going to just keep putting it on the women like, oh, these women, this stupid ass bras and da 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 da. Because you do have men that just janking. It's not just.
I think those men are trying to do that. If I don't want to call them out, but yeah, they basically trying to get multiple women pregnant. You get what I'm saying? They're happy about having multiple
men who do that. Men who do that are usually men who just got out of prison. Some of them.
Or
you know
the stupid nigga that's up the block. There's a lot of those dudes out there. I'm not gonna hold you.
The stupid dude that's up the block is probably the one who just got out of jail.
They want somewhere to stay.
And they look at it as more of a trophy, like, oh, okay, that's my baby moms. I got this baby. The women that are naive and gullible to give another man another chance without marriage, those are the women, you know, that requires, I guess, sympathy or want sympathy, but I don't know.
But you can't even say without marriage. I was married. And
no, but look, it's different when you are married. I don't think you're not looking at it in a situation where you're gonna get a divorce afterwards. You're married. That's the ultimate goal for a relationship, and you know, bringing children. You know, your parents are married, y'all together. When you do that, and it's the opposite way, I think when it comes to the multiple baby father, baby mother, I think that's the part where I don't know if I would look at a woman. I would definitely look at a woman differently when she said, "Oh, I got 2-3 baby fathers."
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't respect people that have multiple, and this is for men and women.
Yeah,
like you just having multiple, and it's like, God damn, like you ain't shit again. Like not just 2 kids by one dude and y'all not together, but you decide to have 5 kids and multiple people in that. It's like, damn, girl. Especially for a woman, a man will look at her like, damn, she ran through. And for a man, it's like, damn, he's irresponsible. But I'm supposed to look at you as a leader? Hell no. You can't even be responsible.
That's true. That's true. Making the same mistake over and over.
I think with this situation, it's a lot of there's lack of conversation. People get together and they don't have a conversation about who they are and what they want and whether or not that's going to work. A lot of people just jump into it and figure it out. And that's not how the economy is not built for that anymore. Okay. We need to sit down and have a talk, see where we're going.
I think
I agree. I agree and I disagree, but I feel like people don't know what they want a lot. Like a lot. People will say, I want this, this, and that, and then you get with them and they be like, you give them this, and that, and they don't even know how to handle it. Like, for example, people say they want peace, but a lot of people don't even know what peace look like. They were used to chaos. So it's just like, I think more than anything, people need to do some work and figure out who they are before they trying to start attaching.
I think black men, unfortunately, have been the poster child for being stepfathers for so long that when you hear a black man say, you know what, I don't want to date a woman with kids, now I'm like, wait a second, y'all niggas been like, what you mean? You don't love your mother? You like, you know what I mean? So it's like black men have been the face of stepfathers, bro. Like, we've been the poster child for stepfathers for so long, and now that black men or childless black men are saying, you know what, I would rather build a family with a woman who doesn't have children. Now it's become, you know, you hate your mother and all this other shaming tactic, which is like is unfair. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then when we ask those same women that have the kids about their sons, hey, would you want your son to date a woman with a child? Now all of a sudden y'all can all understand and be like, nah, hell no, I wouldn't want that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Right. So it's like,
it's always the contradiction, like, of it all. Like, it's just so annoying. Like, it's okay for a man to raise all your Brady Bunch and the Jackson Files over here, but you can't raise my little children. Like
that. And I think that's why I agree with Eddie when she said it was 50-50 when watching the video that Els did, because it was like, I got a son. Would I really want him? Like, yeah, mom, I met this girl. She got 3 kids. I'm like, you couldn't find nobody else. You had to find a woman with 3 kids. There's a bunch of women out here. So I understand in that sense. You know what I mean? But human nature is to be a little selfish.
Els, you got something to say?
I think that it is male or female. I think that it is unfair to have a child out of wedlock and then require marriage afterwards.
Elaborate.
You didn't have to marry for you to give a baby. How come the next man gotta marry you? First man
have to. Y'all agree on it.
That's like when women be saying they waiting for marriage after they had a child already. It's
that
like,
sounds stupid.
So I'm supposed to wait for this.
Should I hear him? Shit. I guess it sounds crazy. Was I supposed to give everybody a day in between? Like, what do you do? How do you decide that?
Isn't that self-reflection though? Do you guys look at it when you look at that?
I'm saying.
Yeah, like
you see, she said she was 17. Maybe she looked at herself and said, you know, that was a bad decision. I want to switch the way I make my decisions. And she decided I'm just not going to do nothing until I find somebody who's really into me and willing to marry me. Not to say that, I require marriage now, knowing what she did, but more so like, I seen what I did. I messed up. Maybe I should take a different route and do it differently to get a different response.
I understand that, but still, for the man who comes along, what does I still don't know what he's getting out of it when he could just go start his own family.
So I think I personally date my equal. Like, I do not date men without children. Like, when men without children approach me, I'll be like, you should date your peer. But I personally look for men who got oops babies. Because who make babies in relationships don't understand me. They don't get it. They be like, what you mean you don't still sleep with your baby daddy? It's like, I did it once, I never did it again. I don't like him. So I don't like relationship people babies. So if you're dating your equal,
I'm gonna let you know.
He a man who made a mistake.
What she's saying makes sense, but I'm gonna be most women with kids, they don't think like you at all. They want a man, a lot of them want,
and that's why I'm here, so they can understand.
Yeah, but then they'll attack you. Who are you to tell me what I want? I'm entitled to my preference. I want a high value man, girl.
You not a high value.
We ain't gonna get them.
They like to
we ain't gonna get them.
All that stuff.
Even if you have no kids, there's no guarantee you're gonna get. I mean, my definition of a high value man is completely different from most people's definition. But even if you have no kids, there's no guarantee you're going to get a high value man if your definition of high value is in regards to finances.
That's true.
Okay. Because I feel like it's okay. Like, okay, now a woman that's making $60K a year can get a man that makes $100K. And that's perfectly fine, right? But he still has the right to say, you know what? I'm making $150. I don't want to be with a woman that's making $40K. Like, babe, you're gonna have to make at least $80. Mm-hmm. And you will have women because, like, Amy, but then you want to come up.
Is that what men say? Do men say that?
I wasn't aware that men say. I'll be honest with you. I don't think men really.
No man has ever told me I was too broke with my 43,000.
You know why I feel like sometimes that happens is because when you in a different tax bracket, you got a different mindset sometimes. So if you a type of parent, you in this tax bracket, you can't deal with somebody. Sorry, my camera's crooked. You can't deal with somebody who's down here because in most cases their mindset isn't in the same range with you. So y'all don't live the same, y'all don't act the same, y'all not spending the same. We not seeing here. So it's hard to find somebody. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know this person personally, you know that that's their striving, that's their ambition. Is different. But most people who are here, they're comfortable.
I feel like the men care about how much women make for real. I didn't think y'all did.
Men do not care how much women.
I never said men. I never said men who make 100K would never or would turn down a woman that's making 40K. That's not what I said. I said he has the right to say, hey, you know, I want to date a woman that's making a little bit more. And you should kind of want to date. Why the hell in 2023? Why would you want to make 40K? What the hell is 40K for real? As a single person,
why would a man want to date a broke woman? Why would a man want to date a broke woman?
It's not about dating a broke woman.
A woman by what she makes, though.
Yeah, exactly. We have other needs that we desire out of women outside of her pockets. So you know what I'm saying?
But they be broke and they be broke and they don't be submitted.
Don't like 63% of black women make 40K though?
Huh?
What you say, Asa? You cut out. I couldn't hear you.
Don't like 63% of black women make 40K?
I'm sorry. I didn't know if she said me or you. I'm sorry.
I was saying most black women make around 40K though.
Yes, they do. The
So
median income is 36,000 for black women.
That's average.
I ain't gonna front.
Same women don't want to date a man that makes 40K.
Right. So okay, like she said, most women don't want to date a man that makes 40K and she makes 40K. All I'm saying, I didn't say because y'all would like to twist my words, or people that come and want to twist my words.
Girls like to tussle.
That's not what I said, because I do like to tussle too. But what I said was, it's okay for a man to say, okay, I have the option to want to date a woman that makes 40, 60K. And I also have the option and have the right to want to date a woman that makes 80K. It's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like for the women that's making 40K, don't be coming out your mouth sideways talking about I need a man that's making 150. A man that's making 60 shouldn't dare be talking to me when, bitch, that's the freaking average out here. Like, what are you talking about?
And that's what I mean by mindset. Because if you're a person in the proper mindset, you know that 40, first of all, is below survival, first of all, nowadays. And it's just not
it depends on where you live.
Those high points.
The salary.
It depends on where you live.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I live in Cleveland. I'm fine. There's people making less money than me here.
That don't work. I'm gonna keep it real. Maybe because I have kids and I know how hard it is. I wouldn't be comfortable if my lady didn't work at all. I want her to be doing something. I'm sorry.
Facts.
Shit is hard. I don't give a fuck if I'm spending all my money on all the bills or whatever the case may be. I need to know if I'm broke, I lose my job. We both can't be sitting the fuck down. We need plan B to be ready.
But you have a lot of women that will sit here and call me a pick me and tell me to shut the hell up because I'm cool with 50-50, right? Or
yes.
60-40, right? So if you want to have this man that's taking care of you and having all the bills, but he's making 60K. And you bringing in 40K, hell yeah, he might be bringing in more, like for it's like the rent and stuff, and you paying your bills or whatever. But don't be sitting here trying to look down at this dude, and then you be assed out, single as hell, trying to catch something that you probably will never catch ever in life.
Being a stay-at-home mother is out the window because of inflation. Everything is expensive. If you're not willing, to me, I feel like if a woman loves you, she's not going to have a problem going half and half on the bills simply because if she really loves you, she's going to want to lighten your load. Taking care of all the finances is hard on anybody, whether it's a man or a woman. So if she really loves you, any woman who complains about 50-50, get rid of her.
Damn, I can't get no man.
Listen, we gonna end it on that note. Goddamn, like listen, we're gonna get into these super chats and we're gonna move on to the next topic.
Black Wealth and Power. He says, isn't it interesting how black mothers teach their daughters how unimportant and how unnecessary men are, but tell their sons to treat women like queens? We're getting very different messages.
That's the same as you unconsciously teach your daughters to be strong and you love your sons. It's like it's not something that you don't intentionally do it. And I had to hear it before I caught myself and had to say, you know what? Let me not do this to my child, because my daughter is the oldest. So naturally, being the oldest, she kind of took care of her brother. So he naturally would relax. Every times when we were on an elevator, quick story, we were on an elevator and he left his book bag. He walked off the elevator and I'm like, Chris, your book bag. And he turned to the assistant and said, Tiffany, like it was her responsibility to remember his belongings. So it's like, you know what I mean? So I had to remind myself not to be that way. And it's not on purpose that we do it. It's just that we're raised to be strong. So as women, you teach your child, your daughter to be strong, and you just want to love up your son so much to make sure that he's not, he gets love from home, because it's going to be terror for him in the streets. But you got to learn to love them both.
Indeed. J Doe said, "What's good, fam?" She comes off masculine, but she's right. Traditionally, only widows, those who were divorcees or truly abusive or adulterers, was okay.
I don't know about that. I was speaking on widows.
Mark X said, "Thank you, AOs. Being a stepfather isn't a badge of honor, is a badge of a beta. Also, Eli got a mustache."
I
ain't never satisfied. I come here whooping, y'all cut my ass. I come in with the stat, like, God damn, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, DG said if it doesn't work out, the male will not have the potential rights to that child. It's not worth the investment as a male. I guess that's facts. The black intellectual. It's rare when a man has a woman be a stepmom. Most of the time, it's the man that has to clean it up. So that's a rare occasion. I mean, y'all think women out here being stepmoms?
Not my black ass.
Not. I think it's less than
stepdads. Think so?
Way less.
Yes.
My ex said Eli eats so much ass his mustache.
Oh wow!
I don't know why
they keeping it real. Mark X, keep it real.
I start opening in the comments. Don't say
always disrespect Eli.
Damn. Yo, Mo Paul said, I think being a stepdad is having 50% responsibilities with zero authority. Once your relationship is over, the bond with the kids is over, and that's emotional heartbreak for men.
It's some instances where the man could still be put on child support, and that's not even like his biological kid. Like, that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
And listen, when it comes to that child support, I feel like that should be 50-50. It should go for women and men. It shouldn't just be a man thing that can only get child support.
Men can get child support from the women too.
Yeah, really? They do. It's like we recently start hearing that, and I want to say the first person I ever heard that come from was Kelly Clarkson.
Oh yeah, he got a bag. Oh man, go ahead. He got a bag.
It got to be an extreme case where a man
get extreme.
As long as he got the kids, they make sure. You just gotta.
I know a situation where a man and a woman had joint custody, and they made him pay child support for when the woman had the kids, but didn't give him none when he had the kids, and they had them joint custody.
It's rare men get custody.
No. Shout out to Adrian Williams. He said, "Keep grinding, crew. Big up." Shout out to you, my brother.
Shout out, Adrian.
Big bro, Niji said, "I'll talk to you brothers later. Stay on your square."
Appreciate you, Niji.
Shout out to Niji, man.
Yeah, big bro right there. Thank you. Yeah, we was way back on. We got Michael with another one. Shout out to Mike. And that's the last one. We get to the next topic.
Right, so basically, I told you time be flying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, we almost 2 hours in already. Like, we only got to 2 topics. Like, you know
one topic.
One and a half topics. Listen, we got to get into this Michael B. Jordan situation. Obviously, I know y'all seen the whole clip. But I wanna play the clip real quick, and then I also want to play Joe Budden, his response to the whole situation, and then
I definitely watched that today too.
Then we're gonna come back and then give our thoughts on it real quick. So
So, show we got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
Let
me tell Dog, you doing that to a girl is some corny.
I can see that.
You being
That is
Michael
true.
B. Jordan today, allegedly sexiest man alive in all of these blockbuster movies.
I agree.
During your highlight week, you've probably never been more visible than you are right this second, and that's what you do to her. And if I bring back them white girl rumors, then it's gonna sound even crazier. Then it's gonna sound crazier because why you talking to our sisters like that on the red carpet? We only talking to white like that. But I'm not gonna make it racy. They say I make everything racy. That was corny of him to speak to that girl like that.
I'm not disagreeing. I would have made
Michael B. Jordan. That's why I call you corny.
Off air. I would have made a joke off air like word.
Hey, Creed.
You know
hey,
what
what's his name?
I wouldn't have did that in front of
Hey, Creed. In case you were confused, that corny shit you did is why niggas think you corny.
Yeah.
In case you were off a little bit as to why you just keep thinking that money hides corny.
Why is it okay for her to make him feel away, but he's not supposed to make her feel away? She hurt his feelings. Clearly, you calling him corny. I don't even know if it was in classroom. I heard there was a clip where she called him corny on camera. In high school, you called me corny, but now I'm one of the sexiest men alive. Oh, but I was corny last week.
No, it wasn't in high school.
I thought what he did was okay.
They were 12 years old. They were 12
I thought you gotta put people in their place. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you came up to see me off camera and say, yo, I apologize about that. Clearly you didn't, because I feel like if you had, it wouldn't have been something he did on red carpet. So you can't feel like you can say and do what you want to people, but because I'm a black woman, you got to be nice to me. You wasn't nice to him. That's not fair.
She's black.
What did he do? What did he do to her, bro? Like,
in their eyes, he embarrassed her on red carpet. Like
I had made a video about that situation, and I looked at it from both sides. I didn't really want to get on her like too bad because I'm like, they were kids. Everybody joins on each other, boys, girls. I did it, you did it, or it happened to us. So I can get it from that part. But he handled it like a player. He didn't call out her name. And he didn't embarrass her. He kind of like.
The question.
It's me, the corny nigga.
He was
slick about it and let her know.
I see you with your little interview job, but he ain't saying it. But his body language showed it. What I said
was right in his face.
Was his body. You don't need, when you're already successful, you don't need to stoop down to somebody that's interviewing you just to make them feel small and make yourself feel big. He's Michael B. Jordan. Who the hell is really talking about her? I think the last time we really seen her, well, for me, the first time was on Love and Hip Hop on New York for like one season. Outside of that, don't nobody talk, or Lipstick Alley. Michael B. Jordan is an A-list black actor, and you don't even look at him as a black actor. You just look at him as an A-list actor. His name is always in the headlines. So to me, I'm glad he didn't do the whole incel type of thing where, you probably got a whole bunch of kids, don't you? And look at you, you look like the gum off the bottom of my shoe. He just kept it chill and it was respectful.
And all the questions know that, man.
And she didn't even
answer no questions. He didn't say I'm not answering none of your questions. He didn't dump at all. He said what he said. He let you know, I remember you. You remember me. We were not friends. Let's not play that game. Right. And I'm going to keep answering your questions respectfully. He answered all of them.
And she didn't even feel no type of way. Even when she came back with her.
She did. You seen that?
She definitely did.
And when he walked away, she said he ain't corny no more.
Lesson learned.
He was ever corny.
Like, period. Lesson learned. Lesson for her, karma. And lesson everybody else, be careful what you say to people.
But I will say, I heard the clip of the podcast that they was talking about it, and she actually didn't call him corny. It was actually another.
Yes, that part right there, though. Right, that part right there. The accuracy of that. Can you explain that clip? He didn't even call her. She didn't call him corny.
Yeah, she said they used to make fun of because his name was Michael Jordan, but he couldn't play ball. But she never actually called him corny. It was actually another person that went to school that with both of them, and she's the one that said, "Oh, he was corny back in the day." Blah blah.
She
Yeah,
said
but they went to school together. How he know he wasn't talking about maybe she in actual school she did call him corny? Like, you know what I'm saying? We going off a podcast. Maybe he was thinking about in real life.
In the interview, she said I didn't say that. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I heard it. So
Yeah, she probably said it then and there because they say he was walking around with the fucking pictures with his profile picture, whatever the case may be. Like, yo, it's me. Like, they like, nigga, ain't nobody got that. You get what I'm saying? So I hear them, but I don't think he was out of character at all. You know, gave you a little sarcasm, razzle.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Like if he would have went like
that was light. That was
it
like
really was.
He could have went crazy.
If it was me, I would have been a corny ass nigga. I'm gonna let you know.
If it was me, she wouldn't have got no interview.
See,
if it was me, she wouldn't have got no interview. I'd have been
and he helping her out by actually doing that interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could have just walked away.
Right. It was kind of like I gotta get one on.
Let's talk about the real corny nigga named Joe Budden. That is a corny motherfucker. That's a real.
Well, before y'all get to that, because the only reason why he's really like known as this corny guy was because his situation where I think with his ex-girlfriend. I wasn't hearing the corny shit until his shorty left him, and that was what's her name?
You talking about Lori?
Lori Harvey.
So
they had been already.
She did him a favor.
He was corny before that.
She been with.
She was known as corny before that.
Yeah, because he was dating white girls.
Yeah.
Calling him corny,
especially because he didn't date black women. Yeah.
But I see now they can say they can use that situation.
All right, so look.
Wait, time out. Hold on, Drew. Wait, I thought black women say they don't care who black men date as long as they don't disrespect black women. I've never heard.
I never said that. I never said that.
Disrespect black women. So why do y'all?
I never said that. I've never said that, and I would never say that.
Black women always don't care who black men date.
Eli,
black women are lying.
Yeah, they're lying.
Black women are lying.
Did any female up here say that?
No, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not talking about
Yeah,
y'all.
I can't help you with that.
We're saying in general.
I can't help
This
you.
is what black women always say in mass. We don't care who black men date as long as they don't downgrade or belittle black women. I've never heard him disrespect black women. So why are we using that he dates white women against him? Like, okay, he happens to date a white woman.
Well, let me respond.
So can I ask y'all a question since y'all here and none of y'all said that? If a black man dates outside his race but doesn't disrespect black women, is he corny?
No. The fact that he likes women in this day and age when everyone is zesty. I'm happy.
Wait. I think we got what you gonna say, pick me?
I don't think they corny. I just like that's not the word I would use, but they fit a corny character. Like the type of men that white women go for are the type of guys black girls don't typically like. So
Well,
that is corny.
God, I got respect.
You know?
This is what we have to get away from in our community, right? Black women are so quick to gravitate towards the hood dudes and the gangsters and the thugs that when you have a guy who's doing good and who treats women with respect and minding his business, and all of a sudden now he's corny, bro. That's lame to me, bro.
But you even said that the ones that black women aren't going for. So if they aren't going for him and he goes to somebody else that is going for him,
they calling him corny.
Why do we care?
All I'm clarifying is I don't think they're corny. Okay, I'm saying they fit the corny profile. I don't think they're corny.
You clarify some other shit too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like, I don't think they're corny. I don't think they're corny. I just think they fit the profile, like what we consider corny. Like
you got to understand, if you've been chasing these women your whole time, right? And let's say I don't think he disliked black women, but you've been chasing black women, and you in Newark, New Jersey. Ain't much white women over there. I'm gonna tell you now, ain't much. It's the hood. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had baggy jeans and dusty braids at this time, so he looked like the average Negro from the neighborhood. So,
it's not about the look though.
Right? Okay, look, and I've been chasing you. I've been chasing her, and all the women are giving me the same shit. Now, when I get to this other place, before I'm successful, I'm in a different atmosphere. Before I'm successful, they're now chasing me. They're now appreciating me. Why wouldn't I look at them more?
Yeah,
To be honest with me,
we expect
even
loyalty from our women when they have. Some of them have been nothing but disrespectful, rude towards us our whole lives, and then we want to turn around and be like, "Well, you should be loyal to them." Like if he's getting treated better by somebody else, then let him.
Because his financial status. That's the only reason why I changed.
People are gonna go where they want it.
Exactly.
The only reason I never looked at Michael B. Jordan sideways, even though now I don't agree with interracial relationships for me personally, right? But I don't knock it if you do it because I have people in my family that date people outside their race, right?
Definitely.
But no, let's be honest. Whether he wanted to date a black girl, Asian, whoever, Michael B. Jordan never disrespected not just black women. He always stayed, had love for the black community. Like he still gets love from the black community, period. He's not just shitting on black women. Because if he was really shitting on black women, the black men wouldn't even mess with Michael B. Jordan, who like black women. You know what I'm saying? So he would people be looking at him kind of sideways, like, okay, what you got going on? If he had colorist conversations,
He don't got no history of that. There's no history of that. He not
Right.
dogging women. He not getting multiple women pregnant. He's been nothing but respectful towards women. So for him to be met with so much, oh, he's corny, he's this, that, and the third, lets me know that women only appreciate a certain type of black man and is stereotyped. And when that black man doesn't fit that stereotype, then he's considered corny. Like Michael B. Jordan, he also like anime. A lot of black men will find that in itself corny. Like you get what I'm saying?
That's not corny. My ass was somewhere 12 years old watching anime.
I mean, I think the hard part about that with the mindsets is the masses, like the mainstream social media, all of that is run by younger minds. Honestly, it's like 15, 16, 17. These are younger minds. And when you have a younger mind, you want things that glitz and glam. You want things that other people want. It's when you get older and you're not on social media, like you grow out of that mindset.
It's for old people on the
internet. There's a lot of grown women who still.
It's way more.
Saying he's corny. Even a woman to still say he's corny till this day. She's still saying, "Oh, I stand on what I said. He's still corny." You get
what I'm saying? If Michael B. Jordan right now was to approach her goofy ass, she'll be like, "Oh, shit." Yeah.
And I would think that women will look at him as the ideal guy. He's successful. He's nicely built. He's handsome. He's young.
But the right women are the one with the right mindset, because you can't look at I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people just have young minds, and
the man is classy. The man even shows it, display his affection for his partner.
He can't get the Steph Curry treatment.
What's the Steph Curry treatment? Because Aisha be out here wilding.
Yeah,
and that's what I mean by young minds, because she wants the attention from the wrong people. You know what I mean? It's like I just want to be seen, but you got to be seen by the right people.
Hold on, real quick. I want to get Amber thoughts in here, because I feel like we haven't heard much from Amber. What are your thoughts on this whole Michael B. Jordan situation?
I don't think he's corny. I do think I wrote down corny is code for different than what you know or you're used to. And I think that's what corny is, the word, that blanket statement. So I feel like people have their own definition of what corny is, but ultimately when we grow up and we get conditioned to use the word corny, it's usually different than what we're familiar with or used to. And I don't think he's corny. So that's my opinion on him. And I think the word
is used to offend. Would you agree with that?
Huh?
And it's used to offend the other person, right?
I think the person who uses the word, it's up to them, their intentions, how they choose to use the word. Like I was riding with my grandmother this morning, and they was talking about it on Young Jock's radio station. They was talking about it on Young Jock's radio station this morning, the whole Michael B. Jordan thing. And so they were asking people's opinion, and I explained it to her, and she had seen it on the news, and I was like, yeah, they're talking about the word corny. And she was like, oh, she thought to her corny was interpreted as like goofy or silly. That was her interpretation. So some people can view corny as, lame. Some people can view, everybody has their own different view of the word corny. So it's not necessarily meant negatively. It just, whoever's saying it, what they mean.
I ain't never heard corny as a term of endearment or somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
My girl said I'm corny.
You call me weird. I do weird, but don't call me corny.
It's the intentions behind the person is saying it, and most time it is coming from a negative space, but you can't just blanket and say it that it's from everybody.
My girl even said, "Yo, baby, you corny." but I love you though. She shitting on me. You get what I'm saying? So ain't no way. I don't give a fuck.
You don't have to perceive corny as bad though. You can say corny is dope. Corny is
I'm saying, like corny is just the title.
No.
I guess it depends on where, because I never tell men they're corny.
I'm sorry.
It's just for me, it's just a box. Like I would just go out on a limb and say good man, like a man of value. I wouldn't call it corny. For me, I would say a good man. I want the man with the goal. I want the man with the ambition. That man been working since 12 to reach his dreams. He ain't been sleeping. That's 20 years. Like, why wouldn't I want to dedicate some time to him? It's just like she said about mindset. I feel like we struggle finding people who are on our same wavelength. Because even as I'm navigating dating, I literally just stopped talking to a man. I'm telling him I need a man. He like, why would you need a man? Why wouldn't you want to be strong? Sir, get off my phone. Sir, get off. You doing fine by yourself. You don't need no man. Men are useless. And I'm like, but you a man. This was a 34-year-old man. Yes. But that's what's here.
They look at you, right? And they look at you like, oh, you got this. I'm going to just sit here and let you.
Exactly.
That nigga want to move in. He want to move in.
You got to go. I don't need
and I've never lived with a man, so I'm cool.
Let me tell you something. Them nerds.
You never seen a red flag before in your life?
Ever.
There you go.
Them quote unquote nerds, the lames, the dudes that watch anime compared to the poppin' or well-known guys, is always, and I've even known this since my I'm 28. I've been knowing this since high school. Those be the ones that would treat you nice. Now, don't get me wrong, because they can switch, and they can get a little cocky,
But they have a glow up.
Yeah, let them have a glow up. But them corny dudes will blow your motherfucking back out. Now, I will say that.
Y'all there watching anime porn? Okay.
Y'all watching that?
Y'all in there with that nerd shit. I see y'all.
It's only funny because corny is all. I only know corny, and I'm blessed, so I can't.
I think the only issue I have. Well, one of the issues I have with this whole corny situation is that, again, we stereotype black men and we put them in a box, right? If they don't fit this box, then they corny, right? And then again, later in life, that's when women start to appreciate the corny men, is usually after they had a kid with another man, after they outside of their prime as far as looks. Now they want to appreciate the corny man. And I think that's extremely unfair. Like, you expect Michael B. Jordan to work as hard as he worked, you know what I mean? And then have to settle with a woman who has a kid, you know what I'm saying, or is past her looks as far as her prime years. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, it's unfair to those men who have worked hard in their lives, and now they have to pretty much settle with these type of women, these caliber of women. Now those are the women that appreciate me. Okay, you know what I mean? That's
let alone, let's not even forget how black women will not talk to a quote unquote corny black guy, but let a white nigga come over there whining and jazzing it over.
Not a black
I love them corny
black
niggas.
women with a lot of
them white niggas come over there dancing and raving and whatever quality. I'm loving them. I ain't gonna hold you. He has nice eyes.
If he coming over with a good time, he can chill, but I ain't dating him.
Y'all don't have.
I don't know nothing about that.
That's it.
I don't know nothing about what.
Put a cap in the chat. I know what I'm talking about.
Black women that y'all.
I've never been with a white man in my life. That is disgusting. Me either. I come from a pro-black family. I could never. Sorry, I like my meat cooked, baby.
Most of the black women that y'all see with white men. Come on, y'all know them niggas is corny as fuck, bro. Like, them niggas is corny.
Yes, I mean, I agree.
would never accept those qualities in a black man, but it's because
I wouldn't.
Y'all overlook it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they would accept it later on, but by that time, the corny men have grown, and at this point, they're looking like, yeah, you didn't want me then. Why do I want you now? Essentially, and that's the dynamic, because they do want them. It just comes later on, and that's the.
I mean, I don't discriminate. I've dated corny. I married corny. I dated, hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, I don't discriminate. I go according to how a person makes me feel.
What made them corny? What made them
really?
Well, corny, quote unquote. It wasn't really corny. He was just a nerd. It wasn't that deep.
Can we get another name for it? Which y'all want to call him?
Yeah, I don't want to
He
call
was weird. He was different.
Different. Just
different.
Yeah, corny is cope and different.
Corny is something else. Corny is something else. Corny and different.
I mean, but do we want to call a category of men corny? I mean, different. Do we want to title them something?
Different and corny. I don't like neither because I'm a good man with.
Yeah, good man of value. Like, see, I think that works.
Potential is had to be corny or different. That's
I don't mean
man of value.
No, not different. Different from what you're used. Different from what you're used to.
Different from society. You say different because we know what everybody else looks at and what the average person is.
It should not be different. That would be what you should be looking for.
It should be the normal.
Yo, I grew up. I wanted to be Will
be
Smith
the normal.
dad, and according to women, he would be a corny dude, right? But he had a lot of chicks on the show. But I really wanted to be Will Smith.
Who was corny?
I'm raising my son to be.
When he got with Jada, that's when he became.
They've been saying Will's been
that's when he
corny
became.
all the time.
I don't think he was.
Nah, Colton was the corny dude, bro.
No, Will
Will was labeled corny though.
No, Will was corny. He wasn't corny on there because he came from Philly. He was the only different one.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he didn't look corny. But in Philly,
women would stay curving him on first.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, in Philly, Will was considered corny because he was getting picked on. So in Bel Air, he was the only different person, so he wasn't corny there. But to most of the women that was curving his ass with them lines, damn baby, or whatever he was corny.
Because he was in the hood when he was at home. When he came to Bel Air, it's like for example, I used to live in Pennsylvania, right? My cousins came from the Bronx. They came out to visit. All the girls wanted them because it's just a different style. It's like it's like an attraction. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I guess that's the same thing. Because they were country. They ain't know nothing about that.
I know people in the comments gonna be like, she lying. I ain't never would turn down a dude because he's corny. Like, yeah, I might have said corny or lame, but that was just talking shit.
They ain't gonna say that about me. My friends is watching right now, like, yeah, that ain't
but I would still talk to them. Like, I would never just, I gotta date a thug and this. I would if he was cool. And first of all, the quote unquote corny dudes, the conversations was always better. They was real down to earth. And yeah, I did say what I said earlier, but still, they was still cool.
And it was blowing.
They wasn't going here back out.
They will blow your damn back out.
You got to get your head on.
When you corny, you stuck in the house. You don't get invited to parties. He had nothing but practice time. That's
you got no
room for error as a corny nigga. You got to leave a great first impression.
But no, one thing I will say is I don't like how, and I give it to y'all. Okay, we get it. Women always want to say they corny at first, but then later on down the line, they cool now. I get that for certain black women, right? But black men will call other black men corny if they don't fit the aesthetic of being edgy and stuff like that.
We call simps.
They do it to women.
No. Don't try to just put it on. We just call simps corny because y'all will call the Russell Wilsons. He's corny.
I don't think he's corny.
Just corny.
Y'all not women too. So don't act like.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's bigger than us. I have heard men call Russell Wilson corny. Yeah.
He's corny. We just heard Joe Budden call Michael B. Jordan corny just because what he said.
He trying to pander. That's what it is.
Russell Wilson's ball.
I ain't gonna say that picture that he had with that white woman. Nah, that was cringy as hell. I was looking at him like, "Whoa, I'm glad he got with Sierra because that woman was no go." She was no go.
And now Sierra out here making single music. It's crazy.
Sierra makes
now that makes it worse.
I don't know why you wait till this time marrying her. She's an embarrassment.
A fact show.
Sierra is an embarrassment.
Sierra is an embarrassment. You didn't see the video of her on top of a G-Wagon at a gas station twerking?
Oh yeah, she was popping that.
She's an embarrassment.
That's on Russell though. That is on Russell.
But that's how she started. She started doing dance.
But that's on Russell. It don't matter. Sierra is not a wife. She does not display any characteristics of a wife. He should have never married her, and that's what he get for putting her in the face of his brand. I'm sorry. She is trash. He could have picked any single mom in the world, me, who came from something. who would have represented him better, who would have put on her modest dress and carried herself accordingly and stood behind him and not look crazy when my man bring me flowers to a photo shoot. Sierra is not a wife.
You don't know how she treats him. I don't know.
It doesn't matter how she treats him. She embarrasses him. When you decide to be
exactly,
you're a mother. You're at a gas station on top of a G-Wagon, throwing that ass in a circle. You're a mother.
She reflects him everywhere she goes.
Yo, they say when your woman go outside, she's a representation of you, and if that's what she's doing outside. Is looking
exactly. That's true, but at the same time,
that white woman he was with ain't do that.
This is what. Let me say this, right? Let me say this. The same way I say us women, we don't want to look at the corny guys or whatever. I feel like y'all do the same thing when it comes to women. Like, look at Russell. Y'all said he could have had a whole woman.
I said that when I was on the show.
You know what I'm saying?
Over
you can have a woman. Y'all don't look at the wholesome women. Y'all don't want the wholesome woman. Y'all want the bad bitch. Y'all don't want a good woman. Y'all want the bad bitch.
That's a fact.
Sierra stopped twerking for 3 years till she got the ring. And now she got the ring. Now she out here on G-Wagons twerking. Man, she tricked him. She tricked him.
But you know what? The fact that
I agree.
Baby mamas, that right there was an indication he should have left.
He should have left her alone. That's what I say. All the baby mamas out there. He could have picked any other one.
Future didn't marry. They were engaged. Future didn't marry her. There was a reason.
I don't think that's
not marrying nobody.
I don't think that's a realistic thing. I think you can't look at these celebrities. I think with men is different because I think like the average dude will fuck on any girl that's willing to probably get a
y'all will stick y'all dick in a baby because there's a hole in.
Most men don't want the girl that's up in everybody's face. Most real men, most men I know that I'm around don't want a woman that's gonna be in every nigga face, and that's a fact.
Or twerking on the wagon.
Well, then would deal with a nigga that's being every girl face.
But I've seen this.
My life experiences disagrees. Drew. My life experiences disagrees. I'm sorry.
And to be honest with you, it's always first attraction. No, most men are not attracted to the woman that's quiet and to herself. They want the freak because I'm gonna get her, and then she's not gonna be a freak.
I'm gonna fuck with the freak.
Not true.
The quiet girl could be a freak,
but she's not gonna be my wifey.
Okay. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna fuck with her. You're gonna get her pregnant about a couple times. Then you're gonna go looking for the good woman. That's what's gonna happen.
That's the stupid niggas. Real niggas then leave. I'm telling you.
A lot of men.
I'm telling you. I was out there. I was dibbling, dabbling, sticking and moving.
You stop telling on yourself what?
A lot of men.
Real. I'm blessed. I'm deliberate now. You know what I'm saying? I put all my emotions out. I'm saved. You know what I'm saying?
Jump with the keys, man.
You know what I'm saying? All my past stuff. It's like when people talk about shit that they could get arrested for and they can't use it against them. I'm talking about
the statute of limitations is up, he said.
Yeah, it's up.
This is the internet, nigga. You know they're gonna bring this shit up 10 years from now.
Might be one that I smash. I don't care.
What's the next topic before we got 15 minutes?
Let me get to the super chats, man.
Right.
They chat.
We got 15 minutes.
Mark S said when a girl calls a guy corny, all she means is you want her enough. Also, my bad, Eli. Ain't nothing wrong with your mustache, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Eli said, "No,
Yo, Merciful said, let's not forget Joe Budden corny ass put his hands on a woman and was scared of Jeezy and the Migos on his own show. Oh, that's a fact, corny ass Joe, man.
That makes him corny. Be a pussy make you corny.
But Joe said he's corny even on that episode.
Did he say he go both ways?
He was trolling. I think he was trolling.
They said that to get the
You didn't see him dancing on his shoulder much?
Yeah, but he's doing that. He's doing the Charlemagne and Envy shit. So
yeah.
He's trying to get clicks and views.
The black intellectual said, answer this for me. Why do black women who are disrespected by black men who are disrespected by black women and getting no play expected to just deal with it after he's successful? Please answer.
That's interesting.
I think we fake data answer that though. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's like I said, for black men or black women, it's really hard for you. And I always talk about this with black men. You know, the people that we get rejected from the most, obviously, is proximity, is close to proximity, but it's black women. So when you have a history of growing up and being teased by black women, picked on by black women, rejected by black women. When you actually go somewhere where somebody appreciates you, it's a different level. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to sit here and condone it. And the same thing with black women. Like, when black women get teased and picked on and not appreciated by black men, you know, when they go outside their race and find somebody that that appreciates them, it's a different level. So, like I said, people are going to go where they're going to be appreciated. And, you know, years of rejection and trauma does play a factor into it. Like, you know, unfortunately.
That's what black women saying they not competing for no man.
Y'all as black
women compete and don't realize it. Go ahead, Amber. Go ahead. You had your hand up. I want to respond to that though, Drew.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, as the black men, do y'all prefer to be like whatever word you just use by a black woman? Do you prefer to be like cared for and acknowledged? Like, would you prefer a black woman? Do you have a preference? Do y'all have a preference to be with a black woman? Question mark.
Yeah, my preference, I love black women. I'm going to marry a black woman. Like, I've said that many times on the show. Like, I'm going to marry a black woman. But I can't sit here and deny that, you know, I've been, you know, bullied or teased or rejected by black women my whole life. Like, you get what I'm saying? But so I can understand where certain black men are coming from when they say they experienced that. You get what I'm saying? But me personally, I love black women. I'm going to marry a black woman. So that's my answer. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, what's the other two?
I'm definitely gonna marry a black woman. Black of the berry, sweet of the juice, all that rat shit. You know what I'm saying? I've never even, like, and I hate to be like colorist, I've never even dated a light skinned or Hispanic woman in my life. I was always attracted to black women.
Look at the self-hate. How you not gonna date a light skinned woman?
But I like the fact that he says that though. I had a guy tell me that if I was any darker, he wouldn't talk to me. I got rid of that nigga so quick.
Yeah,
because my mother's dark skin. I don't play that.
It's not that I don't find light skinned women attractive. I just always had I love my women chocolate.
Yeah, you like what you like.
I see my.
So what's your answer?
I don't have a preference. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love black people.
I'm gonna catch him with a snow bunny 10 more years. I'm
definitely gonna catch him with a snow bunny. I don't want to put Ace on the spot. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just mind my business. Listen. Like I said, I love
your corny ass.
I love black women, but I love old women. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say I have a preference. You know? I
think that's important. I think that an environment needs to be created. Like, yeah, I don't want black men to feel no type of way if they have a preference that's outside of black women or just a wider scope of preference. If you know what your preference is, if it falls into this category, you're able to define it. My preference is a black woman. My preference is a black man. But if it's like my preference is a little wider, I feel like we should just appreciate someone for knowing what they prefer and not making them feel no type of way about it.
And I do want to change. I do want to change real quick. My preference is a feminine black woman. Like, you get what I'm saying? I gotta emphasize on it.
We know that. We've seen the episode.
My preference is where I'm appreciated.
Okay, my preference is where I'm appreciated. I like that.
All right, let's get to the next super chat. Sierra Turner said, I had the same question for Chaz yesterday. How's a corny black girl treated? It was a girl version of Michael B. Jordan in his school.
Got flamed up.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be treated the same, to be honest with you. Like, I think
not as bad.
I think like the nerdy black women for the most part, like,
they usually have a whole phase. Yeah. They usually have a whole phase. They usually just go around don't nobody get us to know it.
Titties is over. It's over.
I was considered corny back in school. I ain't
gonna lie. I always had a fetish for glasses. I ain't gonna lie to
you. Yo,
what?
I used to see them. Why India just fix their glasses real quick?
India shit getting foggy.
I used to see them so-called corny women with their glasses. She's like, she a little freak under them glasses. I ain't gonna lie.
What? I wear glasses, and boys wouldn't talk to me because of them. I started getting more action once I converted to
when a girl got her glasses on, she do this. Like, that should be like. Yeah, let me get to the next one. Merciful said, is Future corny? This perception is why they end up raising kids by themselves, then blame men.
Future is corny.
I think Future corny as fuck. I think it depends on who you're talking to. I think it depends on how you're raised.
That ain't a majority of women, man.
That nigga got 9 baby mamas. Clearly, I don't think he's corny and both.
That nigga ain't corny. That nigga horny.
Okay, wait though.
A majority
that
of women
just points out But it points out that women are hypergamous because they say that if women were left at their own devices, they would choose the men at the top. So women view Future as the top. So if I gotta go get in line and be Future's baby mama, they're just following in their natural order as women. I think it's corny as fuck because the men in my life taught me that those type of men were clowns. Men stayed at home with their families and took care of them. So it all depends on how you see it.
And it depends on what you're looking for. Because a lot of women nowadays, they having babies with these artists or whatever because they got money. They just want to be taken care of. They don't care about affection or actually building a family. They just want money. So if I have sex with this particular artist, he's making money right now. Child to be taken care of, that means I'm taken care of. So it just depends on what you're looking for.
They love child support.
Like Jay said, they ain't an ugly billionaire. They ain't a corny one either. Like,
nah, they be ugly.
Yeah.
Hella ugly billionaire.
Money a man got.
Y'all said Warren Buff.
Ugly.
still get, yo, Jay-Z with Beyonce. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Jay-Z's ugly though.
Word. Here.
I mean, they still
ugly. Sign me up, shit.
Yeah, work just like outrun how he looked at her.
Yo, Jay Busy says, sorry for the word. Sorry, the word corny is a diss. It's not a term of endearment. That's
facts.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Facts.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
We replaced it with man of value.
Men of
I'm not saying all of that.
You're a man of value.
It takes a couple seconds.
MOV. Like,
yo, Joseph Holly said a man of value. I love that. Real talk. Joseph must have been called corny in his lifetime. But the Black Intellectual, my mother was in the magnet program at Overbook with Will Smith in the 80s. It's true. Nobody checked for him. Okay. I mean, now look at him, man.
In the 80s, he was probably much slimmer, but he's still, you know, his ears is big, so he probably just look a little different.
But Jada doesn't make Will look corny.
OD.
No, well, now
I think she do. I think Jada is the worst wife ever.
Jada is the MVP.
I ain't gonna front. Maybe Gabrielle Union too. I ain't gonna hold you, but
he should have saved his first.
Yeah, Gabrielle Union too.
Gabby's up there. She about to be the Jada figure for this year. I already know it. Like
Dwayne Wade is so
for sure.
Yo, can y'all think of like a woman of another race that's doing that to her husband?
I would say
what Gabby's doing to D-Wade or what Jada's doing to Will Smith?
Amber Rose is in the back.
Yeah, like
Kim K did it to all her husbands.
All of
what
them.
are you talking about?
That's true.
Kim K, Chloe, all of them. Made they men look crazy. They dried them up.
I think they different though.
I don't think Chloe did it as much as Kim, but
what did Kim do?
What?
Yeah, I mean, you talking about
I feel like she made it worse. I feel like
fucking niggas while on camera on a show with this nigga saying it's her husband.
Wait, say that again.
She's fucking other niggas while she's married to another nigga multiple times.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about Reggie Bush.
She married to the other nigga.
Reggie Bush, Chris Humphries. She was fucking other niggas while she's with both of them niggas married.
Yeah. That's right. When she made that video with Ray J, wasn't she with the other guy?
All of them. She was with Nick Cannon. She's also dating Nick Cannon and the game and everybody. She was fucking everybody. Allegedly.
But they allowed
gossip, nigga. Like I'm saying.
Kanye started off as
I didn't even know that.
She was with Reggie Bush and Kanye used somebody.
Kanye was fucking while she was with Reggie.
Yeah. Consequence, his wife said it on the radio. She blurted it out. Consequence used to drive Kanye to the hotel so he could go smash Kim while she was at Reggie. She wasn't leaving Reggie. She was not going to leave Reggie for Kanye.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Like,
Yo, Jay Busy said I prefer black women. However, it is getting much more difficult to find a quality sister.
Do y'all agree, black men? That it's getting more difficult to find a quality sister?
With me, I have a relationship. I would say it is still hard because the standards of a woman nowadays for actual average dude, none of them reach their expectations.
Okay.
So that's why I would say it's hard.
Okay. What do y'all think?
Damn.
Chris B said if Eli want to marry a black woman, he need to do something with that mustache. That's why
he's going off with his mustache, man.
Yo, Sierra Turner said Amber Heard the fuck.
Yo,
I mean, but he left her though.
Amber
Did she
Heard
take a shit on his bed?
I was just about to say that
Wow.
she defecated on his bed.
She did take a shit.
Johnny Depp should have stayed with his kid's mother.
Oh my God.
But he didn't stay with her. Like our men be getting embarrassed and staying.
She wasn't putting the bubble guts on his bed sheets. He left his baby mom. Go fuck with Amber Heard. You know what I'm saying? She what did she do to Johnny? She cut him or something like that with a it was just a lot.
What did she do to that?
A lot. If you go and watch the court tapes, that bitch was wild.
I ain't never heard no black woman shitted on the man bed.
Never.
Yeah, they were watching that court like it was a soaps.
Black women will keep their car, maybe slash a tire, but taking a shit on a nigga bed is out of league.
You try
That's crazy.
I want to know what's worse: coming home and find shit on your bed, or all your windows broken in your car. Like,
the shit on my bed.
Yeah, the shit on my bed.
I can just change them sheets. Yeah,
but it's the audacity. It's like the audacity. Like you really shit.
Yeah, what if they sleep on the
It's
mattress?
a disrespect.
When you defecate on somebody's items, you really thought that through. You can bust somebody's windows in a fit of anger, but you really took your time.
In my mind, all I think is smell and bacteria. Now everything gotta go. Everything going in the trash.
I would throw the whole bed away. The whole bed, the mattress.
Yeah, you gotta get a new mattress.
Yeah, it's
You gotta be in the mind.
Insurance, vandalism, they come fix it. No big
And
deal.
then the smell. You don't know what time they did it. It could have been sitting there all day.
Now your whole
Now
apartment
your whole
like shit.
bugging.
Yeah, that's OD, bro. And she tried to blame it on her dog too. Like that's crazy.
Nah, and
That's crazy. Yo, Stephen Jones said black women are the preferred by the overwhelming majority of black men, even those who marry non-black women. Tired of answering this question to qualify our criticisms.
I think again, back to social media, it portrays like black men don't like black women. I think, but the everyday average man, black man.
But where? I think it's black women saying black men don't like black women. It's not black men saying we don't like black women.
Ain't that what Passport Bros is?
I can't say that. Yeah, I can't.
It's not act like Passport Bros.
Passport Bros is saying they don't want American women.
American women.
Oh, okay. So they want. Okay.
Niggas is going to Africa. Niggas is going to Jamaica, the Caribbean. All this shit.
Yeah, and what happened to the last Passport Bro? He got mushed by that Thailand woman. Did he or did he not?
They getting the black West Indian women.
You say he got mushed?
Yeah,
I'm not a Passport
They
Bro.
don't want to get mushed.
Why he got mushed?
That's disrespectful.
I don't know. I just seen like a clip. He told her to be quiet, and she was like, no, and then she mushed him in the face, and he was like, see?
Oh, I seen that.
And I'm like, this is not a non-black, non-American woman, but y'all want to go over there. I mean, kudos to you, but they be OD like
motherfuckers be waiting to find one clip to try to justify like
no.
We are
thing. Like
and where you think she learned that from?
Man, she over there.
I know y'all saw the episode with the Russian young lady who said she said all black men cheat because she heard that from black women.
That's not true. All black men don't cheat.
She
I mean,
got
who's out here saying it?
stay on Instagram and
The
love
black women that are getting
right.
Yeah, she heard that from social media.
Who's
I'm gonna hit up a coffee shop,
Who's saying it on social media? A white woman out here saying black men cheat the
black
most?
women don't cheat too. Because I know a few guys where the guy cheated, but your bitch cheated 2 years ago. You just now catching up.
Yeah, y'all be quiet.
It's the accuracy.
You know your homegirl cheated. Y'all know your homegirl
I don't think
cheated.
that black men are saying that they we talking at the same time. I don't think black men are saying they don't want to date black women. I just think that they're complaining about the overall let's say characteristics of black women, like how black women, their demeanor and how they come off, because when black women overall are more masculine. Black women overall do not care about how they appear in the world. Black women just be out here loud and obnoxious. There is no nurturing in the community. They just overwhelmingly suck, like everywhere you look. So it's just like, I don't think they want us to be better. And I think that's all that they're saying.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
please
I
be
don't like-
women again.
I don't like that it's looked at as complaining. It's constructive criticism. That's what it is. Like, it's
Even
not
for some feminine black women, their standards be ridiculous.
That's
They're not their standards are ridiculous. Oh, he got to make this much. But it's like, to me, I feel like this, right? Take the man's income out of it, because a man could be rich and beat your ass. And you should be looking at his character, because there are certain things that money cannot buy. Because if take away the money, his character, and those are things that if you have a child by him, he's going to instill that in your kid. So I feel like I feel like a lot of men are looked at as ATMs.
That's the fact.
I think I said that too. I was telling my friend that the other day. I was like, I want to get into a relationship where I actually like the person. Not like, I like him, all butterflies and everything. Like, I like you. Like, I'm literally at a point where it's like we could be mad. We had an argument, we tight, and I'm just like, you want to go watch the movie now? Like, the same way you would with your homegirl. Like, I want to like you. Your personality. I want to be able to say.
We just recorded an episode where a woman said, a black woman says she don't date for love, she only date for money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was her mentality. Like, you know what I mean? So
listen, I also said that on the show.
That's prostitution.
Oh, yeah. That is.
Listen, man,
that's what it sounds like to me.
Really quickly, she also said,
you got these OnlyFans girls that be thinking they not prostitutes.
She said she feels like if you date for money, and this is her. I'm not saying it verbatim, but she said if you date for money, you'll find a man, I guess, that will suit you better, because all the other stuff will fill itself in.
Bullshit.
A man can have money, and that's
the way around.
Everything he has to offer.
That's like saying
no character.
That's like dating somebody because the sex is good.
Okay.
But they can't read
what if that don't work no more? Then what you
gonna dick you down and can't spell apple?
Listen,
what? She said the other shit is a plus. And the money.
Listen, we gonna read the super chat and we gonna get up out of here real quick.
Cam said most men about their business don't complain, they just bounce. At least now you know what to improve on. Black men overwhelmingly want black women, but the well-to-do. Hold up, I'm not reading that.
Well-to-do bros.
This nigga got a third grade reading level. I keep telling y'all.
Don't do him like that.
But niggas is focused
on bros are the ones leaving, which is a problem. So why don't you read the super chat, Eli?
On phonics,
why don't you read the super chat, Eli? Oh, this is the reason I'm reading.
You got one job only, nigga.
Let's not go there.
Listen, man, we appreciate y'all, man, for having this conversation with us again. Let them know where they can follow you at. I guess we can start here with Els.
Don't follow me. Y'all niggas is weird.
Okay.
I've been denying Matt. Don't follow me. I'm not gonna answer.
Girl, I want to come follow you. Can I follow you?
You can, because I know that you know. But it's
girl, I want to come.
Yo, pick Meek. Where can they follow you if they want to follow you?
Follow the pod page. Pick _Meek. I don't want to get my private page.
Amber, what about you?
Y'all can find me on TikTok at Dear Great Black Men.
Yo, make sure y'all go support, man, because like I said, she got a lot of great content over there. A lot of uplifting, material.
And there's a lot of eligible, amazing great black men on my platform. So if you look in the comments, you saying there's a shortage on black men who are
stepdaddies?
No, there's not. My platform has plenty of.
They're not trying to be stepdaddies.
Hey, girl.
If it ain't no stepdaddies, I can't come, girl. I gotta.
DMs. Wait till after this load. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna.
If it ain't no stepdaddies, I can't come.
There are some great black men out here in this world, and the platform is lit and it's cracking, and the black men are all over the entire globe. So thank you to the black men who are showing up and supporting the page and who are adding to the conversation, who are like, yes, I want to identify as a good man. I don't want to be a thug. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be labeled as nothing. I want to be exactly who I am, love that, and have somebody love me for that. That's what the platform is really about. So shout out to the great black men, y'all, for having this podcast and creating this space. Like, y'all are doing the work. Y'all are examples of what I mean by why I started the movement. So I wanted to acknowledge y'all as well for the space that y'all create and say thank you.
I appreciate that.
And
we're not corny, right? We're not corny either, right?
Absolutely not.
Christina, what about you?
I think a lot of women get confused with thugs and protection. Like, there's two different things. I want to feel protected. I don't need no thugs. I don't want to look over my shoulder when you're not around. but I do want to feel safe in your presence, and even if you're not around, you feel me? But anyway, I'm Christina. My Instagram is ZHE_IZ. I got a few things coming, so follow me. Keep a watch out.
All right.
And India, last but not least.
India__Michelle on TikTok and Instagram. And yes, please do not be weird. Right. The requests be very wild. Like y'all be doing the most.
Yeah, and make sure y'all follow India because India, she be talking her shit though. I ain't gonna hold you. She be definitely on there talking her shit. So, you know, it's definitely a good if you're looking for some content to just watch and enjoy. She got some great content over there as well. So make sure y'all give her a follow.
Yo, any nigga with an anime profile on your IG, send her a DM.
only if you know how to blow the back out. Get in there.
Y'all wow. Y'all are wow.
My blacklist is wrong.
Yeah, now, man. But we appreciate y'all.
Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out, man. Do that. Show us some love. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Yo, like you said, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that membership button as well. Like I said, we might drop an episode. We might drop 2 episodes. I don't know. It depends on how we feel, man. But yeah, make sure you hit that membership button. Make sure y'all tomorrow, 11 a.m. We got that new episode that I'm gonna need everybody to tune in for because I need to know if y'all gonna be just as frustrated as we was frustrated in that episode, man. Because I don't understand, man. It's just,
and I wanna know
if reflection is at an all-time high, man.
I want to know if they're gonna have some wolves in the comments, man. That's what I want to know. Like I can't wait to see that.
Might have some bowlers in the comments. You never know. And like, again, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, make sure y'all like the video, share the video out on social media. Definitely helps us out a lot, man. Any last words?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Muriel. She posted the video in her stories. She know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Muriel.
Can you elaborate on the video? What kind of video was this?
You're gonna have to go on her page and see it yourself, man.
Oh, it sounds like some subliminal shit. I don't know. Is there like a little subliminal connection going on? What's up?
I mean, we spoke about it briefly. She know what I'm talking about.
Oh shit! All right, well, shout out to her, man. Like, I mean, yo, Michael in the comments that he upset, man. I thought he was shooting his shot. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, Michael's smiling, man. He probably seen the video.
I'm about to go see this video, man. I got some what to talk about, man. Yo,
but shout out to everybody, subscribers, everybody that's green.
Yo, look.
Love.
Yeah. Yo, they were saying just pearly things is in the comments. I ain't even peep, but
yeah, I seen it late.
Yeah, I seen it too.
What she was talking about? I wasn't paying attention to the comments, so I really didn't see.
I seen it like late.
I didn't see exactly what she was talking about, but she said she wanted to chime in. But I seen it late.
Oh, we definitely might have to hit her up and
just pretty things, man. We could schedule something. So just what I mean, hit the DM.
Might come out. We have to come out to London, man. I keep telling you, man. I ain't gonna hold you. My wife might be in London. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she definitely.
Yo, how much them plane tickets was saying again?
Them shits is crazy. Them shits was like 1,500, 2,000, like per person. Like, you know what I mean?
First class,
damn, like, yeah, that shit was just.
That's first class.
First, hell no, that's commercial.
Coach. Nah, I gotta look that shit up myself, bro. What the fuck?
Like, yo, appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Word.